All right, welcome in, everybody. The microphone was muted. That happens sometimes. I don't think anybody heard anything I just said. So welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Got a great IQ raising topic for us today. It's called Stateless Crypto. And what is state? We do hear that on a lot of websites that we deep dive, but what does it mean? Yeah, I don't think the mic is working. That's right, that one guy, it sure wasn't. My bad, my bad. So what is a stateless crypto? What does it actually mean? A stateless blockchain is a blockchain where nodes do not store the entire state of the chain. If you would like to know more about that, stick around. Stick around. First, we are going to go over our usual breakdown of what is trending, top gainers, top losers, what's the price of Bitcoin right this second, and we will go from there into our IQ raising topics of the day, which is stateless blockchains. What is state? What is computation? You know, all of these different things. So Starknet up 23%. It's winning on the day here. 21 cents from 17 to 21 cents, up 23%. Hope everybody out there is having a great day. Welcome in as people begin to pour in. I hope that, you know, your portfolio got a little bit of a bounce today. Let's go get the hour. So MemeX on the hour and Starknet, Aster, Dash. I mean, these are all coins that we're familiar with here, and we've gone over many times here. AB up 17%. Let's not leave them out of the equation, right? And let's hop over to CoinGecko. Hit the refresh so we have all the latest numbers for you. Bitcoin 92,299. Call it 300. So 92,300. Oh, wow, it just bounced. 92,228. We can sit here and just keep refreshing it, right? But you get the idea. Bitcoin still down 10.5% in the last 7 days. Shout out to Prime Minister and that one guy for being here and being active. I appreciate you greatly. I messaged Blues guy. He's running a little late, but he will be here. Ethereum, $3,100. XRP, $2.21. BNB, $933. Solana, $140. Tron, 28 cents. Dogecoin, 16 cents. Cardano, 47 cents. Let's see, what else do we care about? We skipped quite a few of those there. Hyperliquid, $38.59. Chainlink, $13.77. 25 cents for Stellar. Monero, under 400 now, $3.96. HBAR, 15 cents. Avalanche, $14.59. And SWI, up a little bit at $1.67. I love to see that. There's one that we're always looking for. I don't see it here. Filecoin at $2. All right, guys, throw a 111 in the chat if you are ready to raise that crypto IQ today. Of course, throw an emoji if you really want to know what's trending and what is going on. Did Monad launch? Is it available? Can you buy Monad? That's one that we've been leading up to that token generation event. Camsta in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. Should it, you know, it's so funny. Today is the first day in, I don't know, probably a month that I didn't do the mic check right when we went live. I was like, let me get started and I'll do it in a second. And I didn't do it. And look what it cost me. Look what it cost me, right? So Firo is up 19.9%. People loved Firo. It had a nice pump and it has even pulled back. I don't know if you can see that tiny. Here, let me do this. Let me move myself over a little bit. There we go. Move the whole thing over. All right. That's better. And now you can see what I'm talking about. These little charts on the side, I refer to them sometimes. So Firo had this nice pump, and then it is pulled back, and then, you know, they even got a little bit of bounce. Looks like a, you know, looks like a downtrend a little bit, but that's okay. That's most of the market for you right now. So we have Era. I don't know that coin. We will definitely be going over that coin, which is Caldera. Let's go with that. That makes sense. Has Era at the end. Caldera. I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't remember what it is. SPX 6900. That's one that some of you guys probably are familiar with, but not everybody. We got the Pi Network, Pulse, Darknet. I'm really looking for things that people don't know. Maple Finance. Somebody brought that up on the Lifer stream. Shout out to the Lifer, one of my favorite people in crypto, hands down, no debate. Maple Finance. So we'll check on that too. I mean, it's Maple Finance, so we know that it's probably financial, right? That would be your category. Do you know your categories? Do you know your niches? What is your crypto IQ? That's what you got to ask yourself. And ask yourself, are you ready to know what's in your portfolio, right? I don't give financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. But if you're ready to know what is in your portfolio, and just instead of holding coins and not having any idea what they even are, just because people told you they were good, well, you come to the right place. The Fear and Greed Index at 15. So pulled up a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. What happens when you click the Fear and Greed Index? Does it even take you anywhere? No, it's not clickable. All right, let's go look at what's trending. Actually, it was clickable. It just took forever to pop up. We will have to start doing that a little bit more. Crypto Maniac in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here, as always. So what's trending over here on crypto? Rank, Uniswap, Zcash, Canton Network. We've been over that a bunch of times. I am really looking for newer coins. Lisk, I believe we've been over this. I think it was yesterday. Maybe we went over it. Oh, well, yesterday I did a live stream. It was super late. I understand why nobody really was able to come to it. Hopefully somebody watched it later. It was just a quick rundown of what is trending, right? And so it wasn't a long stream. You didn't miss a lot. Just kind of what was trending. So anything that I kind of went over yesterday, I'm probably going to want to go over again. Like this Aztec coin. There wasn't a lot of stuff to go over yesterday, so it was almost okay. I got up back super late. I had to go pick up the Lifer from Miami, drive him back. It winds up being like 9 hours of driving. It's a lot of fun. And yeah. And so I was super late to my own stream, I guess is where I'm going with that. All right, moving on. So Monad is one that is new. It's on the radar. It's finally got that token generation event. I'm just going to click it for a minute. Do they have any numbers for us yet, though? No, still no market cap number. I'm very interested to see what that market cap's going to be. Allura is a new one. Plank Network, new one. Seismic, we've been over it. Piverse is all about TimeFi. Do you know what TimeFi is? Momentum, Aztec, Datagram. So we got a couple to go over, even Resolve. So, and there was, I know there's a coin called Solve, right? So is this Resolve? Is this affiliated with that? I'm not sure, but we are going to find out in just a moment. So let's go look at Caldera. Now, Caldera, the more I say it, the more I've heard this coin before. July 16th, 2025. It's been around for a little bit. Came out at about $1.70. It is down 85.5% since then. And honestly, what isn't? Check out that chat. Looks like we're good on that chat. Thank you for everybody for participating. Market cap 42.9 million in the market cap, a billion token max supply, but the circulating supply is only 174.7. Call it 175 million almost. And you have to look at what is the percentage of that out of a billion. You know, that's what you really want to ask yourself. Like 250 million would be a quarter, right? So it's not even a quarter vested yet. Ethereum contract, BNB smart contract. Anybody got any coins that they really want to go over? If you have any coins you really want to go over, drop them in the chat for sure. So this is roll up as a service. I wonder if we've been over this because I've seen that category. And that's a very specific category, right? Cross-chain communication, Binance holder airdrop. So apparently they airdrop some of this to the Binance holders. I hear that is not the easiest thing to actually get. Here's where you can buy it on Binance. No shocker there. Mexi Global, one of my favorite places to buy things. Not sponsored. Let's go to their website. And, of course, we also want to take a look at their Twitter. Before we get into their website, let's see how much attention they have. So, on my pre-recorded videos, I used to always have what I called the Twitter smell test. Throw a 333 in the chat if you have ever watched one of my pre-recorded videos. Have you ever watched one of my pre-recorded videos? and drop a 555 if you've watched one of my pre-recorded videos before I was live streaming. So 355.1 thousand followers. That's pretty good, I would say. They haven't been around that long, right? So the internet of rollup, and the category that it gives you on CoinGecko is rollup as a service, which I think is really interesting, and you don't see it a lot. Privacy needs infrastructure that scales. Looks like they have some kind of affiliation with Horizon. Nice. Cryptomaniac says 333. So one person's seen one of my pre-recorded videos. 19,000 impressions. This one was 4 hours ago and already had 3,000 impressions. What does it really matter with the pin post and the followers? Well, we're just looking to see how much attention, right? If they put out a post tomorrow and said, hey, we're giving out all of our coins for free, how many people would see it, right? If they put out some crazy bullish news, how many people would see it organically off of their own post rather than other people, you know, regurgitating the news? That's what I kind of want to see. How much attention do they get and how quickly are they able to get that attention out? So we will get off of that and we'll look at their website, right? So the Internet of Chains. Caldera is a network of interconnected, purpose-built blockchains settling on Ethereum. So they do settle on Ethereum. The most powerful multi-chain ecosystem. Total value locked over $1 billion. Caldera chains, 75 plus chains. Okay. More is more. Go horizontal. All right. If you follow. The rollup engine for massive apps. With the rollup engine, apps and communities build their own fully customizable chains on Caldera, ready for massive scale. Connected to the world via meta layer. So connect to Caldera rollup to a constellation of chains with meta layer. Access shared liquidity, enable cross-chain interaction, and reach users across the entire Caldera ecosystem and beyond. Bring the world on chain. Sounds like their mission. Build Web3 games. So this is relevant to gaming, right? Build Web3 games that scale effortlessly on Caldera. Give players ultra low fees, seamless performance, and the freedom to move assets across chain in seconds. With the meta layer all secured by Ethereum. So, and Ethereum is definitely a very secure network, right? Nobody can really argue with that. If you understand what restaking is, we've done whole streams on it. Restaking is all about actually how secure Ethereum is and using that security to even, you know, you stake on Ethereum, right? And that helps as it's proof of stake. So that helps with the actual security of Ethereum. Maybe some people don't know that. And then you can take your staked coin and go and restake it somewhere else to other networks and programs that are EVM compatible that want to get some of that security from Ethereum versus having to buy it all or, you know, spend the money that's buying it for them to developers and stuff to build all that security. They just borrow it from the network. And that is very much what restaking is all about. Run decentralized AI workloads efficiently. And we're talking about Caldera, anybody who might be just hopping in. Our custom rollups provide the speed, privacy, and cost efficiency needed for training and deploying AI models and agents at scale, leveraging aggregated resources securely on Ethereum. And this is for AI. So we talked about gaming and its relevance to Caldera, and this is all about rollups, right? Do you know what rollups are? Optimistic rollups, ZK rollups, you know, combinations of the two, and there's even a few other ones out there. Do you understand that optimistic rollups and things like that kind of came first, and zero knowledge proof rollups kind of came a little bit later, and they're kind of the evolution of rollups as a, you know, function. And rollups as a service, you could say that they're even a product, right? And we've gone over so much recently. I hope a lot of you guys are really catching a lot of this sauce and really putting things together on a higher level. It's been so much fun hanging out with the community. And I just want to say shout out to all the people who are always here and always supporting me and raising that crypto IQ. You make the vision come true. Build compliant, high-performance DeFi platforms on Caldera. Access deep cross-rollup liquidity. I'll tell you guys, liquidity is so much the name of the game, right? Everything is about liquidity. That's what, the more we deep dive, the more we research. This is for me too. I'm not a know-it-all. This is This is a crypto community where we deep dive, so I learn every day as well, and I've learned more and more and more. Everything is about liquidity and shared KYC processes using the meta layer. Deliver superior throughput and scale, all secured by Ethereum's proof of stake backbone. We were just talking about that, right? Here's some news articles. Caldera looks pretty interesting, and I'm really spending a little bit of time with this because of all the stuff we talked about with MEV and rollups and how this is very relevant to that. All right, but on that note, I think it's time that we go ahead and move on to the next thing here. We'll go back to our what's trending. I like to kind of clear one. We want to do Maple Finance. Yeah, I like to clear one platform and then go to the other. So we'll clear kind of CoinGecko, and then we'll go over to CryptoRank. So Maple Finance, ticker Syrup, 38 cents, 440.2 million in market cap. And one thing I just want to say, everybody, we're raising our crypto IQ. We're here. We're deep diving. We're staying on top of what's trending. We got new topics. In my opinion, a lot of people have run away from crypto right now. They think it's not coming back. They think it's over. You hear a lot of rhetoric about the bear market being in. The fear and greed index is so low. It could be true. Could be true. But one thing I do know is that always keep going. And that I'm not talking about investing and putting your money wherever. That's your own business. With your education, right? What is that Jim Rohn quote that, never let your education get in the way of your knowledge, of your learning, I think it is. So, yeah. Let's talk about Maple Finance. I could go on a long tangent there. I got to kind of stop myself a little bit. So there's an infinite supply of it in the max supply, but the circulating supply is 1.1 billion. And let's see what the max chart says. How long has this thing been around? November 12th, 2024. We have an Ethereum contract and a base contract, base being a layer 2 on Ethereum, so that makes a whole lot of sense. We got DeFi, yield farming, lending and borrowing protocol, real-world assets, and of course that Binance Alpha Spotlight that almost just seems like it is on everything. A lot of projects being incubated over on Binance. Those are its categories. Let's take a look at its Twitter before we even get into their website. The Twitter says 57.9 thousand. Again, not the most retail interesting project. It's very finance. It's very liquidity. It's very infrastructure, right? But these things are where a lot of big money is looking and will park their money and understands the way things work and why stuff like this is important. And it's usually pretty lost on retail, right? That is why they call them dumb money. I'm not calling you dumb money or retail dumb money. That would be the smart money who calls you dumb money. But anyways, there's a reason for it. It's because you don't understand simple things like this most of the time. 315,000 impressions from October 21st. I think that's a good ratio, right? For followers to impressions. And you always got to take into context how long the post has been up, right? So October 21st, not terribly far away, but we're coming up, on it being like a month. So what else do I want to say about this? Aave and Maple are establishing a strategic partnership that brings institutional assets to the largest on-chain lending market. So there you go. The next era of DeFi starts today. You see, they're very much focused on institutional. They're not focused on retail. With that, let's go ahead and hop over to their website and check out what they got going on. I say the same thing about swaps and, bridges and all kinds of things. Nobody cares about a bridge until, for some reason, you would really like to move your assets from one place to another. And maybe the infrastructure usually exists, right? It's usually not too difficult. Sometimes in the olden days, you'd have like one person or one provider, one project that actually provided a bridge and allowed you to go from one asset to another, from one chain to another, right? Is real what I'm really trying to say. Today, you usually have multiple options, which is really cool. But my point is, nobody really cares about any of that stuff until you need it. So I urge you to not be like that where none of this stuff matters until you're in the place where you need to know about it and you don't. Asset management on chain, secure expert-led financial products for individuals and institutions. I realize, like I've said many times, this is not super retail exciting, so I will not spend a ton of time on it. How's it going, everyone? Join the Discord. Absolutely. Discord link is pinned in the chat. Liquid yielding dollar. So you get 6% APY. It's not horrible. I mean, Coinbase for USDC gives you 4%. So why not park it over here and get 6%? And people will say all kinds of crazy things. You know, people will say, oh, well, you know, this one meme coin has 57% APY, you know, 500% APY. Yeah, that stuff's not sustainable, guys. Just think about it. It's kind of logic. You can't give away 500% profit. That just doesn't make a lot of sense. You better be making a lot of profit. And there are places sometimes where people make a lot of profit. That's true. But are they sustainably able to make that profit day after day, month after month, year after year to provide it to you? That's where it gets difficult. That's why they eventually break down. They do have a high yield, which is pretty cool, 9.6 APY. From my understanding, the highest, most relevant APY, and I'll kind of end on this note when it comes to this stuff, is Atom, right? I know Atom for a lot of places is 12, and then some people have told me that there's some other places that you can kind of add to that, still using Atom stake, and get more like, 16 to 20%, which seems crazy high. And if you think about it, though, Atom's price itself never seems to move a whole lot. Let's just type this in real quick. Let's look at the chart. Are they giving too much of their money away, for all those who stake? Here's their max chart. They came out back in 2019, February 23rd, and you will see they did have this big runoff. This was probably a bear market top. Yep, 2021 and into 2022, right? And then, a bull market, not a bear market. I apologize, guys. But you can see a lot of the time this thing has been pretty flat. It's in a range, but it's not a very big range. You're talking as high as like $16 to where it started back down here at like $2. And it's very much in that range, even if that is a pretty big range. Haven't seen these numbers again. I just always wonder when they give so much interest back for staking, if maybe they could give a little less and actually put some into the market cap, put some into the marketing, hire some more marketing teams. I don't know. I'm not a big Atom person. I would like to deep dive Atom. Getting off on a side salad, and I do apologize. But, yeah, we will one day have to kind of go over Atom because I haven't spent a lot of time with that. Moving on. We're on Crypto Rank. This is Resolve. It's at 14 cents right now, almost 15 cents. Shout out to anybody who's hopping in. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show, where our mission is to raise that crypto IQ. Resolve is a delta neutral stable coin protocol. Very interesting. Let's look at its website. I know there is a token called Solve, right? Literally spelled like that, just SOLV. So I wonder if this has anything to do with it. Maybe not. Financial layer for stable coin return. So here we are back in finance again. It's hard to run from, right? What is Resolve? Our mission is to stable colonize digital assets. We are building modular systems. What does modular mean? That allocates capital, manage risk, and delivers consistent yield. Stable coins, 5.5%. Total yield distributed. Under assets, under management. So the total yield distributed is 29.6 million. That's pretty good. How long has this project been around? They don't have the same setup as CoinGecko does, so it's a little hard to just quickly get when they started. But it looks like it says the 11th of June 2025. So not that long ago. 20.96 million. Call it 20.9 or even call it 21 million. It's very close. All right, let's hop back in. Let's see what we might find that's interesting. So we know it's finance. There's your category. You want to niche it down a little bit more. So we haven't said this in a while, but I really want to bring this back up to everybody. So when we look at a project, and when we're looking at projects all the time, you kind of want to categorize things in your mind. So the first thing I like to do is your category. Your category here is finance. That seems relatively simple. And this is kind of how I like to talk to myself as I run through these. That way I can kind of compartmentalize some of these things so that I can remember them a little bit better. But if we want to niche it down a little bit more, you have stable coins. This is very much about stable coin returns. You could say that's kind of the niche, right? Because not everything that's finance is all about stable coins. So USR, stable prime asset, and this is what they're going to give you 5.5% 30-day APR, crypto native dollar instrument engineered to provide stable coins. Provide stable returns. Sorry, you put stable there, and I just want to say stable coin returns without directional market risk. Superior performance. USR offers dollar returns consistently above U.S. Treasury rates. Who do you think is mostly concerned about U.S. Treasury rates? You know what I'm saying? Like who do you think is mostly concerned about U.S. Treasury rates? Let me put this another way. Who do you think is mostly concerned with getting a better rate than U.S. Treasuries? Your average person who I talk to in the streets, right, at the supermarket, they don't say, "Hey, you're in crypto? What do you think has better returns than U.S. Treasury rates?" I don't ever get that question. Any of you guys getting that question out there? All right, so that's Resolve. It's finance. It is stablecoin returns. There you go. All right, we have Mr. Colgan asking a question, popping in to say hi. Thank you very much. Said, what is Resolve's token utility? Is it like only for governance? I would say that its utility is literally just to earn yield. You know, does it have much more? See, Resolve is a delta neutral stablecoin protocol, right? So when you ask what its utility is, I mean, its utility is to get this 5.5% 30-day APR, you know, and you can get it every 30 days kind of thing. I don't know what their policy is for when you cash out, if they tax you, that kind of stuff. I don't know. But, you know, other than that, I wouldn't say they have a lot of utility, right? They are a vehicle of investment. Now, best believe you are staking with them. They are probably, you know, making more than 5.5% on that. So say they take double that, right? Say they take 11% profit every 30 days on average off of the money that you have staked for whatever they're doing with that money. And they're giving you half. Now, that's probably being overly ambitious. They're probably making far more than that. And they're probably, you know, giving you a quarter or less. Usually how those things work. So for them, they get liquidity, they get the ability to make lots of money, and you get a kickback for providing that liquidity, but you don't have to take the risk. You don't have to know where to put your money. You don't have to manage the money, move it around, hire employees. You don't have to do any of that. So a lot of people would scream, "Oh, I should get half," or "It's my money, I provided it, I should get way more." No, that's not how it works. They're doing all the work for you. I hope that answers your question, and thank you for being here, Mr. Colgan. I believe I've seen that name before, but if you're not in the Discord, hop in the Discord. I love to hear about how you got into crypto, what in crypto you're interested about, strategies, things you do. Are you a trader for your long-term holder? Are you new? Have you been here since the beginning? I love to hear from many different people about, you know, where they are in crypto. So it gives me a good idea too of resources within the community. So here are the team. Here is the team, I should say. And we do have a founders section here in the stream where we will take a project and we will go into, you know, who is behind the project. We've done it with Monad. We've done it with a few other projects. Gnosis was one that was a lot of fun. Just to throw it out there, do you know... Okay, Resolve in the token. Oh, in the product. Okay, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying here. Let me go back and go over this. I'm going to actually pull it up on CoinGecko because I feel like, at least I know where the information is a lot more, right? So this is resolve USR. He wants just resolve. Yeah, I was talking about kind of the utility of the project. I get you want the very... So maybe they don't have it here. Is that the same? Is it just a stable coin? Just so you know, we were going over it because I'm not super familiar with Resolve. You know how many projects there are in crypto. Yeah, so here's Resolve. Or it's, yeah, Resolve. I don't know why it wasn't coming up over there. Anyways, what is the coin itself actual utility? I mean, it's got to be the ecosystem coin for the project, I would imagine. That makes the most sense to me. Here we go. Let's read into it a little bit. I appreciate you asking deep questions. We're always deep diving and stuff. I might not have the answer for you immediately, but we will find it. So Resolve is a decentralized protocol designed to issue and manage a stable coin called USR, which is backed by Ethereum and pegged to the US dollar. It aims to create a robust financial ecosystem that mitigates the volatility of cryptocurrency by using ETH as collateral. The system operates a Resolve liquidity pool to ensure sufficient collateralization. So the system operates a Resolve liquidity pool. So the coin itself, Resolve, is used for a liquidity pool that ensures sufficient collateralization to maintain the stable value of USR. So right there, you get a little bit of what the actual utility of the coin is, right? Let's see if we find any more utility. So users can mint or redeem USR by interacting with the protocol and depositing collateral, which is managed through smart contracts. Resolve employs hedging strategies, such as short perpetual futures, to stabilize its collateral pool against fluctuation in ETH. The protocol is fully decentralized, allowing community governance to oversee its operations and ensure transparency. It also incentivizes liquidity providers through rewards, maintaining the RLP. So maintaining, of course, what we just went over, the liquidity pool by staking to the liquidity pool in the native token of Resolve. Also seems like it gives you governance, but its main focus is to keep the fluctuation of the price of their stable coin. So moreover, Resolve aims to integrate with other DeFi platforms to enhance the utility and adoption of USR, positioning itself as a key player in the decentralized finance landscape. I hope that helps answer your question. Again, I'm not like super overly knowledgeable about this project specifically. It's actually the first time I was kind of ever going over it. So if there's more information that you critically need, let me know and I will find a way to find it for you. Thanks for answering, but yeah, okay. I missed you when you said thanks for answering, but I think I answered the other part. What's up, Underground team? I've been MIA, been away working. What's up, Garden Warrior from New Zealand? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming in and saying something. All right, so where were we? Let's get back to Crypto Rank and look at some other coins that was resolved that we just talked about. Let's look at Lisk. Lisk, I believe to be another new coin, and maybe it's not new. Oh, wow, this looks like it might just be an older coin. Let's pull up the weekly. That, for some reason, is being relevant here. Yeah, so 2020, February 3rd of 2020. Looks like when they started tracking it, of course. Token generation event is where these things usually show up, not exactly the day that they made their first Twitter post, right? Keep that in mind if you get what I'm saying. 51.88 million in market cap. Lisk is a layer 2 network based on OP that is secured by Ethereum. So the growth platform for EM founders. Does that mean Ethereum machine? Usually there's a V next to it. The growth platform for EM founders. Okay. Across Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America, we combine local programs, a 15 million fund, and Ethereum aligned layer 2 so you can build locally and scale globally. Your next stage unlocked. Appreciate it. Same way people are confused why Link is not pumping. They don't understand that Link token only utility is reward Oracle providers and nothing else, while Chainlink tech is great. Yeah, that's some great insight. I definitely follow what you're saying, Mr. Colgan, for sure. I appreciate you being here and saying that. And yeah, I mean, I'll read it one more time just so everybody kind of can, think about that. Is the same way that people are confused on why Link, he means Chainlink, is pumping. They do not understand that that Link token is only utility, right? And its utility is the reward provided to the Oracle and nothing else. But Chainlink tech is great. Kind of tried to say it a different way, hoping maybe that helps people digest it, right? Discover Lisk incubators. I remember this website, right? So real presence, real partnerships. Thought it was interesting. You just hit global and it'll kind of just show you everywhere. They have a little map here. So backing founders where it counts. So to me, what I'm getting from Lisk here is it's very much like an incubator, right? They're incubating different projects globally around the world. Seed capital, access up to $250K to reach product, market, fit, sharpen your vision, and build momentum. Selected portfolio, global networks, and hands-on advisory. So they seem like an incubator, right? That's what it seems like to me. You come in, you have an idea, you have a product. It seems like they're mostly focused on digital products, right? Because this is in the digital setting. But you come in, they have advisors, they have funding, they have all kinds of things. I'm sure that you have to pass, some interviews, some applications, stuff like that. It literally says incubators right here. So I guess I'm not that far off. So build local, grow global. I don't know if they move outside of digital products, because they keep saying all about this build local, right? I don't know if they mean with tech supports who are local in your area, or developers, I should call them. Maybe not tech supports, might not be the best word. But I think you get what I am saying. So that is Lisk for you. It's been around a really long time. No idea why it's trending right now. Sometimes we know why things are trending. Sometimes we don't. Like, some people may claim to know why Bitcoin retraced so hard, why it started dumping. And not like something simple like, oh, remember when we had that crash? Well, yeah, you could say that. But like, what was the actual reason on-chain and on-chain analytics for why we're crashing right now? It doesn't seem to really be news-driven. So anyways, that's kind of my point. People say a lot of things. So this is Plank Network. It's relatively new on my radar. November 13th, 2025. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. It's written in a different format than what I'm used to reading it. 8.8 million. Plank is a modular infrastructure stack for launching AI chains, DePIN protocols, and Plank. And itself. The world's first layer 0 for AI and DePIN. So the new industry standard of decentralized AI. Plank is a modular layer 0 protocol with native GPU access. It powers decentralized AI chain, autonomous agents, and DePIN networks. We've been over this thing a bunch of times. Well, okay, maybe not a bunch of times. We've been over this thing like 2 or 3 times. So I'll do our due diligence, actually. I was going to kind of move through it quickly. So this is kind of the layer 2, or the layer 2, the web 2 version of their website. We'll go and launch the dApp to the web 3 version of their website. So what is Planko? They put an O there, but I think it's supposed to be a 0. So it's the first AI native layer 0. It coordinates compute, security, and messaging at internet scale. So execution layer. And remember, they were talking about modular. What does modular mean? Modular means to take, something apart. And in blockchain, it really means to take from where it could mean multiple things, but where I mostly see it used is like to take a chain like Ethereum and then take like, gas fees and put that in its own little sub-modular chain, and then like have these different chains that run parallel to each other, but help to take out the congestion, right? Because they get very niched and very center focused on what they do, the different chains, like one that just maybe deals with just gas. And so that seems to be part of the evolution and the advancement of the tech that we call blockchain. So here's Plank 1, execution layer. is a GPU optimized smart contract platform that executes AI workloads on chain. So staking protocols, AI cloud. I think you guys get the point. What is a layer 0? Layer 0 is very much almost like an afterthought, right? We had a layer 1 that was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then they were like, oh, well, these are very separate ecosystems that can't really talk to each other. So somebody was like, well, let's build things where they can talk to each other, and that became known as layer 0. Inside Plank Labs, you will find a complete crypto layer of a single place to stake, bridge, swap, and explore. You can connect your wallet. Again, we were talking about how nobody really cares about bridges and liquidity and infrastructure until you really need it, right? So we got some vesting. A lot of the stuff, they want you to connect your wallet before they'll give you any information. Earn from enterprise GPU without owning it. So basically, you're investing in their providing of the GPU for AI. There's so much infrastructure and resources needed to run AI the way that AI really needs, the way that everybody wants to run it, and all the huge capabilities in real time that they want it to be able to do. It's going to need an overwhelming amount of resources. If you don't know that, that's kind of the most foundational thing to know about AI right now. For those who are dreaming of the future, blockchain technology, super advanced civilization type stuff where robots do the jobs and, AI runs and coordinates everything. Well, you better have a lot of power. You better have a lot of resources of all kinds of different things, from storage to GPU to all of that. So let's talk about Seismic, because this is another one that's very new on my radar. This is the third day actually, that I've been going over this. And if anybody wants to go ahead and start dropping some options, what team or project should we deep dive today as far as the founders go? Anybody have a project they want me to go over the founders on? So Seismic is a blockchain platform that combines encryption with secure hardware to protect data across a global state, memory, and processing. And they've raised $17 million according to CryptoRank, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's a decent amount of money. They should be able to get something going with that. And it's all about privacy. So is this one to keep an eye on? As most people know, privacy is certainly one of the biggest categories right now. What is bigger than privacy in crypto in the last month? If you could think of something that's as big as or bigger than privacy as a narrative in crypto right now, please throw that in the chat for me. And again, if anybody has any idea of a team that they would like, or a project I should say, that they want me to do a deep dive on the founders, start throwing them in the chat, and let's see if we can figure one out that we all agree on. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick one. So a privacy-enabled blockchain for fintech. Seismic works with leading fintechs to launch products their users trust. You can get in touch with them if you got a product. And they've just given examples here, right? Student loans, checking accounts, paycheck advances, brokerage accounts, auto loans, saving accounts. You can see this is very finance driven, but they want to wrap it in true privacy, right? I've read so many privacy websites lately. It's wild. So Seismic protects the privacy of every transaction from transfer to loan to swap. Compliant transaction screening, reporting, and investigations are built directly into Seismic. This is where it gets weird with privacy, right? So they're reporting and they have the ability to do investigations, right? They're screening everything that's going on, but it's private, right? I mean, private until maybe you're doing something you're not supposed to do. I don't know how they work. Every crypto, every project, they can run their blockchain in their company however they want to run it. They can comply with who they want to comply with, where they're set up in the world. All of those things are very relevant. So Seismic is a deep integration with an on-off ramp and card providers worldwide, so they are integrated. And here's some pictures of the founders. And then I keep saying this about this website, right? So it says, backed by AI16Z, we know that they've moved to Eliza OS. They've rebranded, even changed contracts and stuff like that. So I would like to see them update that. to reflect that so that they seem like they're relevant and keeping up to date with stuff, right? So Datagram, haven't been over Datagram. Do want to take 2 seconds here and bounce over to our topic of the day, right? So what is a stateless blockchain? A stateless blockchain is a system where nodes do not store the full state, the balance, the smart contract data, etc. Instead, nodes verify transactions using cryptographic proofs, not stored history. This removes one of the biggest scaling bottlenecks. So this line right here kind of gives you an idea of what we're talking about, or more or less why we're talking about this today. And yes, we're going to continue to go over our top gainers, top losers stuff, but I just want to, for those who are actually interested in the crypto IQ raising part of the show, I just want to throw this in there and we will come back to it, right? So why stateful blockchains don't scale? So right now, every node must download state, store state, and update state, right? As the chain grows, the state becomes massive. More state, fewer people can run nodes, less decentralized. And this is where I think storage comes into play a lot of the time. So what Ethereum is doing, Verkle Trees. This is very interesting, and this is where we're going to pick back up here in just a moment. We're going to pick up with Verkle Trees. We are talking today all about stateless blockchain, right? All right, let's hop back over to where we were. I just don't want to leave that too far in the background where we don't bring it up and talk about it at all, because some people might be waiting to hear that, right? But I do want to cover this Datagram thing because I don't know anything about it, and that bothers me a little bit. So Datagram is a global hyperfabric network. Hyperfabric network. I haven't heard that kind of terminology. Anytime you're reading these websites, we haven't got to the website, but you're reading anything about a project and you start seeing like terms that you're not familiar with, you know, I can certainly infer what that means, but I haven't really seen a lot of people using that language. To me, that sends off a little bit of, raises my eyebrow. So a hyperfabric network designed to provide the foundational infrastructure for launching scalable deep-end projects. Let me hit this drink that I got over here. So I feel like I am talking at 1,000,000 miles an hour. How's everybody feeling out there? All this caffeine and ginseng tea has really got me zipping today. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. It's where we take 2 seconds and I get something to drink. So we can keep going here. So let's take a look at how long this thing's been around. Wow, we might, why does it have me on a 1 minute chart? Because it hasn't been around very long. That's usually a good indicator, right? So it looks like, is it two? Yeah, I'm sorry. It is November 18th, 2025, which is literally today. I thought it was today. Sorry, I'd be going sometimes, and I swear I don't even know what day it is. 2.4 million in market cap. Let's go to their website. Oh, website can't be reached. So whatever the link they gave us there is not good. Let's go to their X. They probably have their website over on their X. That one guy, he's looking hard. What do we call that emoji? I don't even know what we call that emoji, right? So 155,000 followers. Pin post is from August 12th. Public sale is live. As we saw, it hasn't been out very long, just today. It has 81,000 impressions on that post. But what is it? So Datagram full core node sale. The final phase is here. Everyone can secure a full core node, the backbone of Datagram network, powering real-time connectivity, AI, and next-generation DePIN or decentralized infrastructure. Okay, so we have an idea of how much attention they're garnishing right now. Oh, I meant to grab the website from there because the link doesn't work on Crypto Rank. Visit our website. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. Okay, so they do have a website and it does function. Decentralized infrastructure for the new internet. So Datagram is the DePIN base layer, an AI-driven hyperfabric network enabling fast, scalable connectivity and DePIN interoperability. Do you know what interoperability means? I hope so by now. for my core people who are always here. El Cheeto in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. So up to 90% lower infrastructure costs compared to traditional platforms. 1 million plus user powered by datagrams, decentralized infrastructure. Decentralized infrastructure for the new internet, right? Or the internet built on top of the internet, I guess is another way to put it. Built for performance, designed for scale. Datagram unifies idle, right? So hardware that's not really doing anything, bandwidth. So let me start over. Datagram unifies idle hardware bandwidth into a global decentralized network that delivers fast, secure, and scalable connectivity for modern internet application from gaming to AI and telecom and beyond. Sometimes I get talking way too fast. I'd be trying to say 7 different things at one time, and I got to slow down. So device hardware, idle resources, demand side, right? So you have these things, they're demanding hardware and devices and idle resources, and they're in the middle connecting the customer and the application, right, with what they're looking for. Makes a lot of sense. And they're literally called datagram. So, you know, you could take that into consideration. So dynamically optimizes traffic congestion, control, and scalability while predicts traffic patterns and balances network loads and peak efficiency. This would be the AI-driven coordination. So cross-network interoperability, standardized DPIN across network communication to ensure seamless interoperability, improved efficiency, and optimal resource utilization while scaling effortlessly. True decentralization, no servers, no gatekeepers, no single point of failure. I mean, for the original, you know, crypto ethos, that definitely fits right in, making it kind of true blockchain technology, or decentralized blockchain technology, I'll put it that way. So you can use it for machine learning, audio and video conference calls, online gaming, content delivery networks. Data's needed everywhere. That never fails, right? And what ecosystems are they mostly involved with? See if it'll tell us in our categories here. B&B ecosystem. Okay. It's kind of what we needed to know. Subcategories, Internet of Things, Node, DPEN. I will say that CryptoRank, I feel like I always say this, CryptoRank is not the best with their categories. CoinGecko does a much better job of all the categories and stuff, right? So let's get rid of that. And there's one more that I really want to go over before we get into our Crypto IQ raising theme of the day. Maybe that's what you came here for. Maybe it's not what you came here for. Anybody who's listening to the sound of my voice, if you could let me know, what do you come here for more? I'm not saying you don't like both, but what do you care more about? The crypto raising topic of the day, right? The more intense learning, or the what's trending top gainers, right? It just drop like a one line or something, or throw something in the chat. Let me know, what is it that you really come here for? Is it the DeFi gaming that we do at the end of the stream? Is it going over what's trending and the top gainers, keeping a pulse on the market? Or is it that crypto IQ raising event of the show that we do going over a certain topic? So here's Aztec, right? 52.3 million is what they've raised. No token generation event as far as I know. I didn't see anybody put any projects either as far as what you want to go over the founders. A lot of people said that they liked the founders deep dive, but I don't see anybody putting much there. I like going over all the different projects and trying to find the next big narrative. Okay, Campsta, I hear you loud and clear, brother. I will definitely keep that in mind. Anybody else have an opinion on it? Aztec Network is a private ZK rollup on Ethereum, enabling decentralized applications to access privacy and scale. Let's go take a look at their website. Also, of course, would like to take a look at their Twitter. Melissa says, I like it all, to be honest. Hey, that's okay. I'm absolutely fine with that. Can we go over our pirate chain. It's a new one I recently bought into. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we looked at it just 2 days ago, but that doesn't really matter. I'm still glad to go over it for you. 199.7 thousand followers. November 13th, 1.2 million impressions. So I was looking at this yesterday all by myself because I was super late to doing my stream, but we still did it. We still did the stream, right? So another privacy coin being compared to Monero, but I only got it because the market is a pirate coin. Because they market it as a pirate coin. Okay. I love the ticker of R. I'll always remember it because it's just one of the funniest tickers ever, right? So anyways, 1.2 million since November 13th with only 199.7 thousand followers. What is up with that? So funny. Do you see this? Anybody know who this kid is right here? Do they show him? So they have the whole pizza thing with the Bitcoin. They show this kid who rug pulled, you know, his coin like live. I don't even know. It was for like $20,000 or something like that. It was pretty comical. Let's see when they show him. See if I can hit the pause button right when they show him. I don't know when it's coming. This is a challenge. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. Maybe it must have been like right at the end of the video, right? That guy. Did anybody recognize this kid when he rug pulled? I don't know what he rug pulled for. 20 grand, 30 grand, something like that. Maybe it was more. Maybe it was in the millions. I don't know. And he rug pulled everybody. Hilarious. Shout out to Aztec for having enough sense about the culture, right? 1.2 million on that, though. So they have some attention. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm really trying to say on that. They've got quite a bit of attention. So you are now entering the next renaissance. Right? If you believe in blockchain technology and all the things that they claim it could one day do, it would be like another renaissance of humanity. Some could say it's blockchain, some say it's AI, some say it's a combination of both. Fueled by Aztec, the bleeding edge network powering unprecedented projects. I don't know what I read this yesterday and I was like had to read it twice, make sure I was reading it right. What is bleeding edge? I think R is one of the only cryptos that will probably succeed just because of its name. It's a good takeaway, Melissa. Yeah, I mean, everybody who it's so funny. Everybody who's in crypto who I know are crypto people, when they bring up Pirate Chain, they always hit that, the ticker. They're always like, R is the ticker. Like, they don't just say ARRR is the ticker, right? They hit it. And so it's very memorable. Privacy is a problem. So I thought this was really interesting, guys. So this is their takeaway of privacy privacy as a whole, as what privacy is, but also they're obviously referring to privacy in blockchain, in crypto. So we need it. Enforceable transparency is holding blockchain back. So this whole idea that everything has to be transparent, I think came with a lot of the initial transparency that was crypto, but does crypto always have to be transparent? And they're saying this enforced transparency is holding blockchain back. So without end-to-end privacy, real world assets and players will never fully come on chain. So this is their argument for why we have to allow things to be private, because big money and big players are not coming to the table if you don't. And so we don't have it. Today's privacy is pretend. I thought this was a very bold claim for them, right? Centralized sequencers, backdoors, and TEEs will never meet our bar. We don't need an add-on. We need a real end-to-end system. It needs to be flexible. Privacy can't be all or nothing. Builders need to be able to program privacy at different levels and layers that make sense for their project. I thought this was pretty, I don't know how they're going to go about doing it, but I thought this was a good point and a good solution to what they kind of proposed over here. And then what they said here is that, you know, have privacy, but everything doesn't have to be all or nothing. It doesn't have to be 100% transparent or 100% private. There's different layers to it. Some things we could make very private. Other things we could make very transparent and kind of fit all the needs, right? And it needs to be practical. Privacy has to make sense for developers. Easy to code, fast to execute, and affordable to scale. Aztec is the blockchain that mastered the privacy problem. Did they? Again, a very bold claim. Let's see what we got going on here. So Are you ready for R? Let's deep dive right off that plank. It's hilarious because we just went over, I don't know, I'm calling it plank network. Maybe I'm not saying it right. High probability I'm not saying it right. Does that mean Sol will never do the numbers they are saying? It will do, because the financial institutions won't buy it because everything they do is visible. Exactly, Camsta. Exactly. I mean, in more likelihood, they're going to build some kind of privacy, you know, a layer 2 privacy network on Solana, and then everybody will just use that, right? Still have a bunch of ETH and Sol waiting for it to do something. Yeah, me too. I have ETH and Solana for sure. Not my biggest holdings, but I definitely have some. They're not the biggest holdings because they have not really been pumping all that much. Now, Solana, I bought around like $100. No, I bought it around... No, wait. Yeah, I bought it around like $100. Yeah. So Tom Lee keeps talking that smack. All right, all right. Don't let him get to you. Don't let him get to you. Programmable privacy, right? From fully frontal transparency to total privacy. Now you can target specific layers. That makes sense for your project writing in our Rust-like, so it's like Rust, but not exactly, DSL Nori. Builders can easily provide privacy at the user data and metadata transaction code levels. Client slide proofs. So keep sensitive data where it belongs, on the user's machine, with cryptographic proofs generated client side rather than on network. Data stays private because it isn't exposed in the first place. That's actually really interesting. You know, it never comes on the chain. They can use cryptographic proofs to basically, you know, read it, verify it, use it, but never really put it and store it on the chain. I'm assuming that's what it means. I'm not a developer, for anybody who thought I was. Composable privacy. Now you can maintain end-to-end privacy even across chains. Build modular, Lego-like applications that interact with other networks and systems without ever exposing sensitive information. Day one decentralization. Don't take our word for it. Trust the code. So hard-coded directly into Aztec base protocol is decentralized, sequencing, proving, and governance. Privacy is only possible where there is no central entity. I mean, we talk about decentralized and centralized all the time in crypto, right? With the power to violate it. No centralized entity with the power to violate it. See for yourself in the base code. Aztec is live and quite well. So let's see how many nodes. They say they have 22,190 nodes. Feast your eyes on unprecedented projects. Asgard is a wallet. Nemi or however you want to say that. DeFi is a private DEX. Raven House for NFTs. ZK Passport for identity. And Human.tech is a bridge. So they got a little bit of an ecosystem going, right? I think that's pretty cool. And let's look at our... If nobody says anything different, I'm probably going to... So, Cam, so when you were saying a deep dive R, were you talking about the founding? Do you want to do the founders on Pirate Chain? With all that privacy talk, I wonder if they ever even tell you anything. So Aztec is basically built on Ethereum. All right, guys, we're going to jump into that crypto IQ raising part of the day. We're going to pick back up here talking about what Ethereum is doing with Verkle Trees. But first, before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and transfer to the sit-down mode. That's where we really focus and dial in, right? And give my back some rest. Don't worry, I will switch the camera. That 9 hours of driving yesterday really messed my back up somehow. I don't even know how that happened. All right, there we go. All right, it caught up with where we are. Should be good to go here. So what Ethereum is doing, Verkle Trees. So Ethereum is upgrading from Merkle Patricia Trees. That's such a intricate name to go with, right? To Verkle Trees. I'm sure there's a reason for it, which allows much smaller proofs, faster verification, stateless clients, lower hardware requirements, more decentralization. Verkle Trees makes stateless Ethereum possible, right? How stateless verification works. Instead of storing the world state, right? Nodes receive a transaction, a proof of the relevant part of the state. They verify the proof, verify the transaction, and they're done. The node does not need the entire blockchain state. Benefits of stateless blockchain: infinite scalability. State is no longer a bottleneck. So storage, right? So I think one way that you could kind of talk about state is storage, right? Sure, whatever you want, let's do it, says Camsta. Okay, I was just making sure because I kept asking if there was anything anybody wanted to go over. Maybe nobody really wants to go over founders of different projects. Maybe that's just me. Blues Guy rolling in. Thank you for being here, Blues Guy. Says he apologizes he's so late. We're just glad you're here, man. No sweat, no sweat. But of course, glad that you're here. So infinite scalability, you know, the bottleneck here of storage is a big deal. Cheaper node operation when you don't have to store all of that stuff. It's cheaper to operate your nodes. More decentralization. Anyone can run nodes. Better layer 2 performance. Improved modular architecture and faster syncing and upgrading. So challenges of stateless design: proof complexity, bandwidth increases, need for new cryptography, need for new cryptography. I always say that in a weird way. I don't know why I do that. If the founders are interesting, it's worth it. I wonder if we can go over quickly and see if it's worth it for the founders. I guess we could take a look at it. I don't know how you would, what would be worth it to you, Camsta? What would make them worth it? If they have like a ton of accolades, like if they've done like a ton of different things in crypto, is that what makes them worth it? Or if they just seem impressive, maybe? Who is the leading stateless blockchain development? Who is leading stateless blockchain development? So Ethereum with their Verkle Trees and stateless RD. MENA protocol, Stark-based state compression. Starknet, or Cario. Starknet we've seen a lot lately. Efficient state proofs. Fuel, Monad, and Eclipse are some other ones. Monad being a very new project, just literally launching its project here in the last couple of days, or their token generation. Let's see. It says, Underground, your lives are the highlight of my day, bro. Shit show at work, on the road. I'm just always happy to come home to all of you guys. Hey, man, that's awesome, man. That's very touching. That really makes my day to hear that, Blues Guy. Again, I always enjoy to speak with you. Thank you very much for going over Flare with me a lot. That was a lot of fun. And just, I love how enthusiastic you are about crypto, but also just life in general, right? So if I can provide something that you look forward to, that's awesome. There must be some superstars out there that if they attach to a project, it is huge sign something big will come. Exactly. The one thing about that though, Camsta, is if we very much are like, oh, we just got to do a quick run through and we never dig into anything, we're most likely to miss. We're probably going to miss a lot of the important people, right? Maybe we could ask something like in ChatGPT about like, who are the people that make crypto projects pop, right? That if they're a product, if they're a part of a product, everybody pays attention. Maybe something along those lines. Maybe that'll give that. Blues Guy says, I mean that. Hey, I believe you. I really do. There's been so many different times in my life where I have people on YouTube, you know, that I really, really look forward to. I have shows that I look forward to. I have a guy who does news. He goes all day and he collects like all the news stuff from everywhere and he puts it together in a show, and I love his show. I look forward to it every day. So why stateless blockchain matters for crypto's future. So why does it even matter for the future, right? Well, if you're solving huge bottleneck problems, therefore solving scalability, it's a big deal, right? And that's probably what it's going to say. This eliminates the biggest long-term scaling limitation. It moves crypto from slow and heavy to global compute infrastructure. Stateless designs will allow thousands of rollups, L1s with massive throughput, on-chain apps that scale like the internet, more decentralized validator sets. So, yeah, viewer requests and live search, your usual interactive segment. I don't know what the heck they're talking about there. I swear, because I do so much stuff for the channel on ChatGPT, I can't ask a question, right? I literally can't ask a question on ChatGPT without them making it all about my channel. It's kind of really annoying sometimes. Anyways, we will probably bounce back to that and touch on that. But that was the Crypto IQ raising event of the day, stateless blockchain. And the more we dig into it, the more I kind of, to simplify it, I would simplify state as, you know, the information in which they store on blockchain, mostly used to verify, right? And to keep the whole network integrated with each other and, you know, verifiable. And for most of them, you run a node and you have kind of an archive or a copy or a connection to all of that stuff that's stored, the state. Well, if you can use proofs and stuff like that to be able to verify and access and have the information, you know, but not have to store it all, you get rid of a ton of money that it takes to run something. And then, of course, the time that it takes for it to, you know, go through that data and connect and stuff is a lot quicker, getting rid of a lot of that bottleneck, right? I hope that makes a lot of sense to you guys. Where even are we right now? So Keaton Bailey says, what up, what up? Hey, I haven't seen that name in a while. Welcome in, welcome in. Said, I believe Ripple is that company you're referring to. It's just not that time yet. Okay. Hey, I like me some Ripple. Don't get me wrong, I really do. It's one of my biggest bags is XRP. And of course, just biggest because I bought between the 20 cent to 50 cent range. So where are we going from here? I want to talk about Pirate Chain for Camsta. I like how they put 3 R's, right? They weren't even content with like 2 R's. Very funny. So 98.1 million. Not even 100 million, right? Very small. Even though it's been around for a long time, the max chart says that it's been around since 2019, and that's February 9th, 2019. Let's go take a look at their website. And also, with a project that this old, I'm always so interested to see how much attention they have on Twitter. I know I've looked at it before. 22.7 thousand. I think that is kind of disappointing. Now, there's some things that you could probably say about this, right? Like, there was a while where people were really worried about privacy coins and the privacy narrative and the regulators coming after you. So there's a lot of people who probably were into this and did not want to go follow them, you know, for all the metadata out there for the government to track. They didn't want to go follow them, right? I'm just throwing that out there. Maybe that's what was going on. Maybe it's not. So the pinned post is from November 12th. It has 3.4 thousand followers, or impressions, sorry, 3.4 thousand impressions. We were just talking about followers. So November 12th. That's not very good as far as attention. You know, like if they posted something tomorrow that was huge, some people might see it, right? But 22.7 thousand followers, it's not very big. Followed by Xano. Xano didn't really do much. 11 chain. 11 chain didn't really do much. All right, we are up to date there. And let's go look at their website. The ultimate private, non-fungible digital gold, utilizing class-leading, cutting-edge privacy protocol. They have wallets you can download. They're on the App Store, all of that type of stuff. What it feels like to me, this is pure speculation. This is pure just my gut intuition and the time I've been around crypto, right? One thing I notice is there will be a narrative. There will be several projects that all kind of do the same thing, and then there'll be this one project, right, that just doesn't really get a lot of attention, doesn't really get a lot of love, even though they do basically the same thing. It doesn't make a lot of sense, right? And what the conclusion I've kind of come to a lot of the time is that they're not in the in club, right? They're not in the in crowd for whatever reason. And of course, know that there's people that get together and they decide what they're going to pump, what they're going to tell their communities for whatever industry they're in, whether they're in the TradFi world, or if they're in crypto type influencing or something. They get together and they agree on. And this is my speculation, but I got some sources, right? So they very much agree. So when you see Zcash run and you see they pick a narrative, they pick the tokens, they pick the thing, and they start pumping it. They have the money, and then everybody rushes in and they're going to sell on you and rinse and repeat and move into the next topic. It's been done in the stock world and things since the beginning, of all of that stuff. And in other things, if you really want to get historical, they've always done this, right? People with big money can move things around, get people excited, take advantage of that excitement. Again, I am speculating. I'm not blaming anybody right this second. But just know that Pirate might never run, and it always boggles people, right? Because they're like, oh, well, it's a privacy coin and it's a little more interesting. It's got a better name than Zcash, it's got a better name than Dash, but it might not be connected. And that connection is everything. They say it's not what you know, it's who you know. A lot of times, it's very true. So Xano is another one I bought into, LOL, trying to find the next Firo. Yeah, Campster, you'll take many, many shots before you finally hit something big. A lot of people never talk about all the coins that they bought, that underperformed, went to zero, or just, gave you like a 2x, right? It's not really something you're going to talk about 10 years later. It's only that 100x, that 100, 1000x, something like that. That's what you talk about. Like when I bought Dogecoin at 0.002, and then it ran up to like 75 cents. I was talking about it, right? I was also new to crypto, prior to that. I'd only been in crypto for like, I don't know, a year or so. Yeah, you get my point. So let's see what they have as far as a roadmap. I mean, I like to see that they have a roadmap with 2025 dates and stuff on it. I don't know what they're talking about. The Pirate Orchard. Internal testnet. Internal testing. Obviously, Pirate Chain is live, right? You can buy it. You can use it. It's privacy. But I don't know what this Pirate Orchard is. They say it over and over, but they don't ever really explain what it is. Do they have an about me? They have a blog. I could find it on the blog, or I could spend a lot of time reading a blog. And you never know what you're going to get there. Let's hop over here. Are the people behind the privacy coin Pirate Chain docs, do we know who the founders are? If so, please give me some information about them. So we'll do a little bit of deep dive in here. I'm interested to know who's behind it. It's a privacy coin, so would I be shocked if people behind a privacy coin don't tell you who they are? No, not at all. Pirate Chain launched on August 29, 2018. Of course, the project describes itself as fair launch, community created project. That could be right here why they're not in the in club. They didn't sell to a bunch of VCs who have a stake in it and own, huge amounts of the project. Just speculation with no no founder fee, no developer tax. Yeah, but do we know? That wasn't my question. What we don't really know or can't verify. Okay, this is where I guess it gets saucy. It's like almost conspiracy level, right? While some sources list a name, for example, company profile says that Thomas M was as founder of the Pirate Chain. So, wait. Some sources list. What are some sources? So some people say that's who it is. Couldn't find any credible details. Let's see. Other names appear in some write-ups. For instance, one site claimed Thomas M., John McAfee, and Jeff Berwick. I mean, you talk about people who would be connected to something. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, but John McAfee is one of those people. Jeff Berwick, I've heard that before, but I don't know off the top of my head exactly who he is. In short, Pirate Chain is openly saying we're community, open source project, fair launch. So yeah, we don't know who's behind it. I know that was more of my personal inquiry there and not your scam stuff, but now we know. What's the supply? A pirate chain, I'm assuming he's asking. So circulating supply is 196.2 million. And you put that into perspective with the total supply, just 200 million. And it's almost 100% vested, right? Very little. It's probably what, like 95, 96% vested. Just quick math off the top of my head here. But look at this. Look at the 24-hour trading volume, right? 560,000. That's not good. That's not good. I personally would not want to. And again, people move money through it. There should be a much bigger volume than 560,000. That tells me this thing is not doing anything. Garden Warrior says R is my biggest bag. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with having conviction about something. And if they're pumping privacy coins, another thing is there's the whole. I just want to break this down. We could talk about it, right? Jeff Berwick is the founder of Dollar Vigilante. Look him up. He's an interesting fella. I know I recognize that name. I'm terrible. I'm a face person. Like I got to know people by their face and stuff most of the time. If you have an online persona, and I've dealt with you a lot, maybe. But like people tell me actors, unless they're like the top 10 actors in the world, I don't know who they are. But you show me a picture of them, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, I know who that guy is. You know what I'm saying? So you have the concept of like the in crowd and the not the in crowd, right? But if it's just a group of people who are just pumping different privacy coins, and they're not really an in crowd kind of thing, they could pump this at some point. It could happen. Yeah, Jeff Berwick is one of the founders of Dollar Vigilante. Yeah, let's look him up. And witness. Give me more information about Jeff Berwick, the founder of Dollar Vigilante. Let's see if I'm saying this right. Okay. Give us a picture of this guy. Can't say that I really recognize him just off his picture. Here's a detailed profile, his major background stuff. So Jeff Berwick is born November 21st, 1970 in Edmont, Alberta, Canada. He is Canadian by birth. His first major business venture in 1994, Shutterstock House, or stockhouse.com. I don't know where I got Shutterstock House. Sometimes I just be reading stuff completely wrong. So stockhouse.com, which grew into a financial news and investor community site, expanded into 8 countries, employed 250 people, and had a peak market cap of about $240 million during the dot-com boom. He sold Stockhouse around 2022. The Dollar Vigilante. In 2010, Berwick co-founded the Dollar Vigilante along with Ed Bogus. The total dilution value the TDV describes itself as a freedom investment in cryptocurrency publication. So they're like a news publication. It's very interesting. So dollar-based system promotes alternatives such as gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies, offshore banking, and second citizenship. So they're all about that, getting out from under the thumb, right? Berwick refers to himself as an anarcho-capitalist, libertarian, freedom fighter against mankind's 2 biggest enemies, the state and the central bank. Well, I mean, you think about it. With an ideology like this, a background like this, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he was behind pirate chain, right? Sounds like somebody who's that into freedom and thinks the 2 biggest enemies on the planet is the state and the central banks. I could see why he would start a privacy coin, right? Makes perfect sense to me. I would even put some money that he's involved in pirate chain if there's rumors about it. Garden Warrior says he's Canadian. Blues Guy would be very proud of him. So ideology and other ventures. I'm just scanning right now. See, what were his other ventures? Boy, I hope does he still live in Canada, because there's no way they like him in Canada. I don't see his ideals being popular amongst the upper echelons of Canada. Yeah, he's also a big XMR guy. Yeah. If there's like some kind of big rumors about him being part of Pirate Chain, he probably is. Very interesting, very interesting. How long have we been live streaming? Let's find out. An hour and 30 minutes. No, he's in Mexico. Yeah. He has also been to Epstein Island. Hey, you know. Is every single person who went there guilty of heinous crimes? I don't know. I believe that some of them are for sure. But was it every single person who went there knew exactly what was going on? Probably not. Like, might have been openly known. This is my speculation. I think there were obviously big players who were in and out of there and knew what was going on, you know? But there were probably people who went in and out of there as well, who probably had their suspicions or the whispers, but didn't really know what was going on. Some of those people might have been tempted while they were there and made some bad decisions one way or the other. That slippery elm is delicious. All right, so let's go back to our crypto bubbles real quick. See what's going on. Has it changed much? Nope. Starknet still up 28.4%. And let's go ahead and check out some different things. You know, we love our DeFi gaming around here. So Panzer Dogs is one that we've been playing quite a bit. Thank you, the Prime Minister of Japan, for throwing this on our radar. We have Maddle.fun, which is we're playing for airdrops right now. Some people in the community have said that it wasn't the most exciting game. The more I play it, the more I enjoy it, but I do agree that their Panzer Dog is a lot more fun. And I did get a game pass, so we're farming for airdrops. You might not like DeFi gaming, but we're talking about farming for airdrops here, right? Another one that we play a ton here is Darkstar. Good night, guys. Wife is calling. Gotta go. All right, Campsta. Enjoy your night, for sure. Darkstar is a lot of fun. Will they ever pay us what they owe us? I don't know. Looks like it tried to reload a game I was already playing, and it didn't like that. Dang it, I meant to say no. That's my fault. Blues Guy, did you catch what we went over? I forget when you came in. Did you caught the stateless blockchain? Blues Guy, you out there? And you know, that's relatively a lot of the show. We like to hang out at the inn and have some fun. We also will be doing this in just a moment, which is I enjoy. It's kind of one of my favorite parts. See that daily bonus, because you never know what's going to happen. I never know if it's going to be a very quick thing or not. They really left us hanging the last time we were playing. So Michael Prime says, nice stream, bro. Bless. Hey, man. Thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Please like, share, subscribe, and join the Discord. I'd love to hear about your opinions about crypto. So I don't recognize that name in the chat. Now, I'm pretty sure the Prime Minister of Japan said that he won some money in this raffle. What did he say, like $10 or $2 or something? I've never hit the USDT in this. Like, come on, give me some money. They were supposed to airdrop a bunch of things. I checked up on it once. They keep pushing it back. They did raise some money. They turned around and said they were running all their money back into marketing, which was confusing to a lot of the people in the ecosystem because that's not what they said they were going to do. But it might turn out to be a good decision for sustainability over time. Michael Prime says lifer. Okay. Yeah, you come from the lifer community. Most people here are lifers. I was a lifer for years before I started doing any of this stuff. And lifer is a good friend of mine. I'm sure you know that. So thanks for coming over. I greatly appreciate that. Jeff Berwick went to Epstein Island illegally, not invited. He went and took video of the weird looking blue house thing. Okay. I mean, how did he land though and walk around? If he wasn't invited, would he scuba dive up there? I don't know. Maybe he did, or maybe it was a great cover story. Yes, I am. UG was chatting with my 18-year-old son. Understandable. I just was giving you a heads up, Blues guy. I was going to play some Panzer Dog at some point if you wanted to get in on that. I wanted to give you a heads up before I'm like just saying it, and you're probably busy. In the house, welcome, bud. Yeah, thanks for coming over. We have such a tight community here. You'd probably very much enjoy it. But I won't twist your arm. You do what you want to do. I hope that they give the airdrop for this thing, though. That would be pretty cool. I'm not going to play a round of Darkstar. At least not yet. I really would like to play some Panzer Dog. They took a boat. Okay. Blues guy said, let's not go there. He said, go where? Go to Evzan. Yeah, it's hilarious. But yeah, for real though, we probably should. I don't know. I don't even know where, YouTube sits a lot of the time. It's such a hot topic. There's a lot of people talking about it. But it opens a huge can of worms, and it's not crypto. So we'll keep that chat to the Discord. Yeah, he says not a good vibe. I do agree with him. It is not a good vibe. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Try to watch the words I say here. I hear there were some big breaks on that whole thing today. It's very interesting. Again, we can talk about it in the Discord. So we had our bases loaded here, right? Are we going to get a nice hit? Maybe you care about this. Maybe you don't. It's still in the realm of crypto. You can cash out an XRP, right? Wow. Look at those bases loaded. We got 3 in the... This is about to be something. I mean, gotta be over $1, right? Hopefully more like $2. Let's hope. All right, here we go. That big spin. I don't know how we could possibly be disappointed, but I guess we could be. Yes. $24. That's how it's done right there. We used, and again, guys, we used the free dollar that they give you. Playing 20 cent. We're playing 20-cent spins. And we just slapped ourselves $24, right? I'm just saying. And notice how I was telling you guys, like, that thing was loading up. That thing was loading up. I could tell when we were loaded across the thing and we had to stop at 7 in increments of 10. I don't know how much you guys are paying attention and following. But, there's opportunity out here. Now, if we could grow that to, like, I think you only need, I don't know, like $48 to cash out, which is better than most sites. And then you can cash out in XRP. Yeah, I follow. No worries, guys. No worries. We'll just move on. Says I can't. I don't have the money for the trip. You're hilarious. Michael says, do you make crypto with these games? Sorry, I didn't see that post. I mean, if you're referring to this game right here, you can go and cash out. So let's go to like redeem with crypto. Redeem crypto, right? XRP. What is the minimum? The minimum redemption is $44 dollars, or it's probably 44 XRP, right? No, I think it's $44. Yeah. So technically on this, and you know, there's the Discord and other things in the description where you could see this. But, you know, right here, if I can get to 44, I could make some crypto, right? I make, now obviously, not a secret what this is. With this, right, with Maddle, this is pretty hot off the press, hasn't been out very long. If you have to buy the Game Pass, because you're asking me about making money with these games, you do have to buy the Game Pass in order to rack up points. But, you know, you do the quests. You play the game. Oh, I'm logged out, it says. I guess we'll have to refresh it. But anyways, you play the little game they got going on. It's very simple. And why is it not logging me in? Yeah, you play the game. You get your airdrop from playing the game. And you could say you made crypto there, right? And if you hang around, this is kind of what we do at the end of the stream. So it's like, here's the thing. What are we accomplishing on the stream? First, we're staying on the pulse of the market. What's trending? New things coming out that are trending, that are getting some popularity, all that kind of stuff. And we are staying on top of that. Then we move into our crypto IQ raising, kind of spoon feeding every day, compounding. If you keep coming to the show, it compounds, right? It was Einstein who said that, I believe, almost 100% sure it was Einstein who said that compounding interest is, you know, like the ninth wonder of the world or whatever. Well, compounding in general is amazing. You come to the stream every day. You stay on top of what's going on in crypto narratives as they heat up and cool down. We raise our crypto IQ with fresh topics all the time. You know, I had yet to go over the same topic twice that I know of. And sometimes they're similar, but they're never the same. And we understanding in crypto goes up. That makes us better speculative investors, in my opinion. And then we chat about all kinds of different things, see where people are, build a lot of community and support each other, and we hang out and play some DeFi games. I think it's a well-rounded show. I'd love to add some more things to it. We've added some other things to it, right? So we've added the founding founders part. I have notes here. Let's see, what else did we add that maybe we didn't get to today? And then we have our Blues Guy health question of the day. And I actually don't have a health question prepared for Blues Guy. So Blues Guy, why don't you tell us something that you think most people don't know that is a big game changer to their health? That is going to be my Blues Guy health question of the day. And it's kind of open-ended. It kind of giving him the floor to talk about what he wants to talk about. Still not what I want here. I got notes. I'm taking notes. I don't know if everybody else is taking notes. Monad sale ends 3 days. In 3 days, if interested. Melissa, you usually want to buy those things after the sale, right? Normally after the sale, it's going to dump. I'm extremely skeptical about buying. If I buy a pre-sale of something, I'm buying a pre-sale because I'm going to dump it when it comes out and take the profit. I mean, because that's what everybody's going to do. Honestly, I've learned my lesson there. Or you don't buy, you let it come out, which is fine because then you don't have to jump through a bunch of hoops of getting into the pre-sale. Let them dump it. And when it feels like it's bottoming out, if you do your TA, not a TA channel, shout out to the Crypto Lifer. Go there if you want to learn TA. This is for everything else. But I let it go down, and where it feels like it's bottom out, buy a little bit, you know? Anyways, we're going to go ahead and spin up, and let's see what happens. So when we actually have a little bit of dough here, this thing gets a little bit funner. And we could speculate, are we heating up? Are we heating up on this thing right now, right? Or is it going to run us? So right now we just hit, and again, the 1 through 10 cycle is what we're paying attention here. My main focus when it comes to this is literally those wilds, right? Those coins, when they hit, puts the number in the column. You have a 1 through 4 column and a slot before and a slot after. And we're really looking for those coins because they turn into wilds. When you have it stacked, when all the bases are loaded, right? The columns, the bases, whatever you want to call it. That is what I'm looking for. Michael Prime says, I see, thanks. Yeah, on this channel, we're always looking for opportunities to, of course, get airdrops and stuff, but also DeFi games that are going to have any kind of possibility of payout for sure is awesome, because I really can't wait for the day of DeFi gaming. I was fortunate enough to be around and involved in that DeFi summer, and I was making a couple $100 a day just playing absolutely very simple games on the Binance Smart Chain, and it was awesome. Again, bases are loaded, guide. We're at 9 out of 10. We're gonna hit something. It's impossible not to hit something, but is it gonna be a huge hit? I don't know. Again, one time I won $372. I ended up running it up to like $400, and I should have cashed out, of course, but I had made a lot of money. What's respectively a lot of money to me, because I wasn't spending any money. And so I just kept playing it and playing it and playing it and I played it for weeks on that money, trying to hit a bigger hit, right? If I hit something like that again, I'll be cashing out. But it was so much fun. I enjoy playing this a lot. So for me, it was a lot of fun playing. So Warrior, how things in Zealand? I bet same as Canada. Government controlling everything. Everything expensive. Any restrictions on crypto? Shout out to Blues Guy. Did you hear my question for you, Blues Guy? If not, it's all good. Just say you didn't hear and I'll tell you again. Or if you don't want to do it today, that's also fine. I don't really want to obligate you too much here. Just kind of a fun... People who come all the time and they have something they like, you know. I do like to integrate and involve everybody, so it's something to look forward to. Like, we could also ask Garden Warrior what he's got going on in his garden. What are you most excited about in your garden right now, Garden Warrior? You know, if Orhan was here, we'd be asking him about, tell us something about the market. He does always have a more wider perspective. He pays attention to a lot more things in the markets than just crypto. So sometimes he's paying attention where we might not be paying attention, because we pay attention heavily to crypto. There's some K's. Said, no, what's up, bro? Hey, I was just saying, what is one of the most important things that you can do for your health, in your opinion, that most people overlook or don't know about? You could give one thing, you could give multiple things. It's kind of an open-ended thing because I didn't have a question prepared for you, but I could pick your brain a little bit about it. And maybe Garden Warrior's working or something. He might not be able to answer us. Again, this is the hangout. I wish I had like a cutscene or something. You know, this is our hangout part of the show. And because we had a nice hit here, and we're up, right? So we went from $1.20 when we came into this with our dollar of the day, and we're at 25. He said, "Oh, bro, yeah, I know it's a open question, right? So you can give us what you want, and there's probably a million things you'd love to talk about." That's easy. Yeah, what do you rank as the most important, Blues Guy? Or, you know, top 3 something. Tell us how you feel. Well, will we hit? Will we not hit? Looks not. That's easy, but so hard for most people. Okay. He said, okay, let's play a game. Who's in? Who's in? Who wants to play Blues Guy's game? We are already playing a game, right? So we'll play multiple games at one time. All right, we need some coins. We need some wilds if we're ever going to hit that huge hit here, okay? So we're already going to hit something, but with only 2 bases loaded, there's no guarantee it's going to be anything all that exciting. It could be 5 cents. It happens. We need more of those coins. Troy spins would be nice. It was crazy the other day. I said, oh, it'd be awesome if we hit the Troy spins live, and like the next spin I hit them. That was pretty wild because you don't hit those very often at all. We've never hit them any other time, right? Got those Ks for 8 cents. Oh, we got another token. We really needed that because we are on to that final spin. Come on. 62 cents. That's not too shabby. You all have one guess. The most important, it's one word. All of you, I want you to try to guess one word that describes the best thing to do for max ultimate health. I'm gonna see if anybody else guesses. I already got it in my head what I would say. Ooh, if only we could have got that horn right there. It's getting heated, says TM Hustling. What's up? What's up? I don't recognize that name. We just started with $1.20 and we're already up. We were up 25 bucks. You know the cycle, I'm sure, if you've ever done this. Welcome in if you haven't been here before. I feel like I've seen that name before, but maybe not. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe if you don't mind. If you are so generous and so kind, I'd really appreciate it. We're not getting a ton of love here. Okay, 1 coin. We need some more coins. They convert to wilds. We run 1 through 10. And we're coming up on that 10 spin, and we kind of got nothing. And them coins used to slap so much, you know what I mean? I used to get coins, like 2-3 coins per spin a lot of times. He says, underground, you can't play. Okay, I hear you. Unfortunately, a lot of times when you ask questions and stuff, I don't know if people aren't paying a lot of attention. They're probably busy working. No fault to anybody, but engagement can be kind of low. So I hope for you, Blues guy, that that somebody actually answers you. Man, when these boxes start getting small, that's usually a good sign. But they're cooking us. Yeah, 1 in the 4th column. So 4th column is loaded. Come on, we only got like 2 more spins. Oh, look at that, man. They robbed us on those soldiers. That Roman helmet. Okay, I'll tell you. Don't answer all at the same time. Yeah, that's how it goes a lot of times. It might be from the Crypto Lifer chat. That's where you might have seen me before, probably. But thanks for coming through, man. If you just got here, I'm sorry. We just did kind of the whole show. First, we start off with what's trending, top gainers, top losers, all of that kind of stuff. And then we go into our crypto IQ raisin fact of the day, which was stateless blockchain and what that means. So I think it's a great show and compliment to Lifer's show. He said it himself, which I was very surprised about. So that was pretty awesome. And Blues Guy, he answered, he said fasting. There you go. And I would completely agree with you, as I do love to do some fasting myself. Viewership falling off a cliff. I guess people don't like this. You know, they don't like to see you win. That doesn't surprise me much. Or maybe they have to go, who knows. Yeah, wow, really falling off a cliff. So we just loaded all 4 bases here. It's pretty cool. It's cool. I'll be checking you out, boss man. Hey, thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. Link to the Discord if you're interested. It's a free Discord. And we always have something going on in there. All right, well, we have one more opportunity to load this thing up even heavier. Can we get another coin? No, but we have all bases loaded. Can we get another decent hit? Like, can we get like a $2-3 hit? That would be really nice. Ooh. So the blue ladies are worth like the most. So $1.16, not exactly fantastic, but it's something to keep us going. Who's out there right now Because I don't know why viewership just fell off a cliff. We just went from like 14 people to 6. That I should, you know, I should not TM in the house. I should not ignore the fact that everybody left over this, right? Or maybe YouTube's cutting them off. I have no idea. But we're gonna switch to something else because people don't really like it. He says run it. I know he's saying run it, so maybe we should stick around and play. It is the end of the stream, so I'm gonna play a little bit more. He says run it. Not sure if he's referring to this. Keep hitting. Yeah. Melissa still in the house. Underground, I knew you knew the answer. Yeah, I was going to say that. I had 2 things I was bouncing between: fasting and meditating. But fasting made more sense to the question that I had asked. So I would have gone with that. Ooh, heating up. So when you're in turn number 4, the boxes are starting to get small and your bases are almost completely loaded. This is where it starts getting good, because for those nice hits, right, one, we need to fill up this 3rd column, and we really need to get more coins, you know, so we have like a nice 3s and 4s up here, and then we're really cooking. Then we are really cooking there. Oh, we got another one, but we need it in this other column. We're gonna hit something, right? Because, you know, all you need is like 3 in a row, and you're gonna get something in the 1st column. You're gonna get wilds in these columns, and it's gonna be decent depending on what you hit. So what is worth the most is these blue ladies, right? These blue ladies is worth the absolute most. I thought about meditation. Yeah, I would say meditation is pretty important, but fasting, as far as physical health, maybe a little more. Yes, you could say meditation, maybe more mental health. And Garden Warrior, if you're out there, if you're still here, which you might not be because some people left, let us know what's going on in your garden. What are you most excited about? All right, so we didn't get that 3rd column, but we got some decent wilds. Can we get a connector, right? Okay, so we didn't get the connector. We only got 36 cents. Can we get a chariot? Can we get a chariot? Oh, it's still cooking. No chariot. All right, well, we'll enjoy our 40 cents and move on to the sunset. Again, we're all playing with house money here. Catch them blue ladies. Exactly. That's what we really want. I'm telling you, I lined those blue ladies up one time, and I'm playing. They give you a free $1 every day, if you don't know, if you didn't catch that part. I don't know when you came in. So we're playing the free $1 every day on the stream just for fun. And one time I was playing the free $1 and I hit the blue ladies like across the board, and it was like $372. Ended up running it up to like as high as like $420 or $440 at one point. That was a lot of fun, and I played on that money for weeks. You know, I should have cashed it out, but I had hit many times and cashed out. $100 here, $50 there. I mean, you can cash out as low as like $44, and you can cash out literally in XRP. I love it. A lot of times, if you're coming from the lifer, one thing I used to love to do is hit on here and then win $50 to $100 or something, cash it out, and then throw it in my trading portfolio and trade with it. Used to do that all the time, and we just hit some blue ladies. If you like this kind of thing, we always do DeFi gaming and this kind of thing at the end of the stream. They are running us down though. We just went from like $25 to like $15. A lot of times I'm kind of stubborn, and I'll just keep playing the same game, because when you start moving around too much in games, sometimes it plays out, but a lot of times it doesn't play out. We really need these bases to get loaded. We really need something in that 1st column so that we at least hit something. And I'm so glad that now it doesn't lag when we spin. TM Hustling says nice. Again, TM, shout out to you, man. I really appreciate you coming through. It gets hot. Yeah. Heating up. I'm hoping that we're heating up here. Oh, Troy spin. Can we hit that Troy spin? We did it the other day. I said, oh, I'd be awesome if we hit the Troy spin live. And then we did. And it was a lot of fun. And it's time to get rid of these glasses that make me look smart, as I don't actually wear glasses. These are not prescription. Underground hitting ladies, shame on you. You know what we meant. You're funny. I would never. Would never. Man, the way I was raised, my father, how many times my father told me in my life that you never hit a woman? That was just an old school mentality thing, you know? And I'm not saying I disagree with that. I live by that. I tell my son the same thing. But it seems maybe some people nowadays aren't teaching that lesson, you know, like they used to. Blue ladies too. Yeah, it's those Avatar, the movie. It's those ladies. Does it count if they're not human? I'm just kidding. Might be a little bit of a dark joke. This I know, just mess with you. Absolutely. Man, we're getting cooked. This happens. You hit a nice hit, then you get cooked. I find a lot of times you'll hit a nice hit and you'll run you down like, you know, run you down like 80% of what you won before you'll hit like another decent hit. And sometimes then you don't, and they just run you to nothing and they take their money back. But when you're playing with house money, how mad could you be? Looks like we've got a recycle here, or an internet latency issue. Sorry. Error, try again. Okay, so we're gonna have to reload this thing. It's so funny because sometimes that'll happen and I'm like, sometimes it'll be really hot and I'll be winning and this will happen and then I'll be losing, or vice versa. Sometimes that'll happen and I'll be kind of losing and then I'll start winning. So let's see what happens. So we filled one base. For a hot minute there, we weren't hitting anything. Let's go. Choice spin win. Choice spin win. Nothing. And it won't ever show up. The choice spins, I think, only come in these four in the middle. It's been a while since I played it that much, so I don't exactly remember. 5 cents. The hits have been horrible. 8 cents. 9 cents. They're keeping it running, but it's not anything exciting. 9 cents. Ooh. Ain't that something? Alright, load them bases. They want to tell me that there's a turbo button. The turbo button kind of takes the viewership fun out of it, right? It's just like bang, bang. Bang, bang. I'll play one round in turbo. What do you think? Do you guys like the turbo round better? I think the turbo round's not as fun for viewership. Definitely speed things up and it's maybe a little more exciting, like if you're just sitting at your house playing this by yourself. Oh, they just loaded the bases for us. No way, and they even threw another wild. I'm going to turn the turbo off for the big hit. Let's go, let's go. Bases loaded. 2 and 2, 2, 1, 1. Man, you put a blue lady in the front and we're cooking. And we're cooking. Let's go. Okay, no blue lady in the front. Only $1.52. It's not enough to sustain us, right? It's not enough to keep us going. Let's see, let's see. All right, we already have a hit here, so we could get what I call a retroactive choice spin win. And I've only had it hit a couple of times. It's retroactive because you've already rolled, and then you get a hit, so it opens up a space where you could possibly hit again. And then choice spins, man, it wants to give us those choice spins. What did I say? How did I call it like that, though? That's crazy. I said it wants to give us those choice spins, and it did. Let's go. The choice spins can be money. I've had some pretty crappy ones before, but it's the feature. If you've ever played games like this, it's the feature. And it just loads wilds in, right? And you kind of get what you get right off the rip. $6. $6 on the first spin. Now, if you hit a choice spin, I know, let's go, right? I told you, just keep sticking to one game and playing, right? So if we get another choice spin, it adds an extra spin. Now, sometimes it'll do that where it doesn't put one in the first column or it skips a column for the wilds. And then a lot of times that'll cook you. Wow, that hit 360. So we're up to 978 already. Because you called it too. I'm telling you, I have a knack for these things a lot of the time. I really do. See, and they leave this one column open just to like see if they can, you know, if they can just like get you sweating. 3 left. Oh, we got all the bases loaded. Those are the best. That's when you know you're going to hit something. 36 cents. So, looks like we got 2 left. They didn't go crazy on the wilds this time, that's for sure. But, you know, this brings us back to the top, and you rinse and repeat. Keep it going. Exactly. See, they left that first one open for us, and that kills us when they leave that. Oh, wow. Usually the last spin they give us is loaded. They did not load it on that one. All right, well, that's 12 bucks. So you're going back to $22. What's up, Blues Guy? So we're back up to $22. Oh, man. Yeah. Because you already have, and it'll never hit the Troy spins twice in a column, right? They have to be across the column. Friday, we chip in for more play. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes we do that. TM Hustling, he's new here. On Fridays, a lot of times we'll put in and, you know, we'll split accordingly to who put in and how much. To divvy it up. A lot of times we like to just all kind of put in the same thing. That makes it easier when we get too complicated. But Friday is our like hangout, right? Like we're in crypto, and I don't know, some people could still go to the bars, whatever, but like we're locked in most of the time. Obviously I am, because I'm leading the group, and so I'm not at a bar, and we want to have our fun too. So Friday is a time for us to hang out, chat, and maybe get to know each other more and hang out. We also have a voice channel in the Discord. I highly recommend you to join that Discord, because there's lots of time where we all just sit and chat in the voice channel in the Discord, and that is a lot of fun. I really enjoy that. Let's run a turbo, right? Let's heat things up. Let's run a turbo. Bang. All right. Loaded one up. It does move a little bit quicker on turbo. I gotta be honest about that. When you get in some dry spells, it moves a little quicker. Oh, it hit in the same place. I like when they're spread out. So you just hit 3 times in the same one. High chance you don't get anything. Yeah, there you go. All right. Hustler's Night. Exactly. Welcome in. I like this TM hustling. Seems like a lot of fun. Welcome to the community, brother. Thanks for being here. Yeah, TM Discord is pretty fun. Everybody seems to really love the Discord. Oh, base is loaded. Here we are. See, this is where it gets fun, guys. Look, bases are loaded. You have 4 more spins. This could be sauce. Like you're gonna hit something. You have 4 wilds. Like this is where you hit something decent. Look at that. We got 1 on the end. The coins have been flowing. All right, one last one before the big one. Can we get a coin? No, we didn't get a coin. But this is gonna be something decent. Bang, $3.60. That's a decent win on 20-cent spins. Brings us right back to $21, and you rinse and repeat. Melissa says, I can chip in. Just let me know when, because I'll be working all day Friday. Okay. When you say all day Friday, when do you think you'd be available? Because if you're gonna chip in, it wouldn't be any fun if you chipped in and we don't do anything. I don't have Discord, but I'll join you, broski. All right. I mean, Discord is pretty awesome, man. If you've never used it. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. It's basically just like a big messaging app that has a ton of different things in it. All right. So they gave us that nice play, and now they're kind of cooking us a little bit, right? So the next one usually has nothing going on. And so a lot of times I like to flip in between turbo and not turbo. I feel like it does make a difference, as odd as it is. So first base got 2. It's going to give us nothing in but the same base. The first one is usually the better one to have. We really would like something in that second column. See, and they do this a lot where they'll just load the same column over and over. It says, Melis, Friday night after the stream in Discord voice chat, we'll screen share. Yeah, absolutely. And if you give us a time or something, like we can set it so you're there. This is all about our little crypto family here and community. And maybe at some point we get big and it'll get hard, but still the core people who've always been here, they'll still be the crypto family, We just might add some new names to it, right? All right, so they put 4 wild. If we don't hit something on this one, that'd be so disappointing. We got 4 wilds in the first column. There we go, $1.20. That's nice. So for full 10 spins, it's $2, right? So when you can get something close to a full spin on the final hit, it keeps you going. Sometimes you get the big one at the end. Sometimes you get a bunch of little hits in throughout the spins. You tell us what time you're free, Melissa. Yeah, absolutely. And we will make it work. Usually if you're familiar with like Cash App or something like that. But, this is crypto, so there's a lot of different ways. Yeah, so that's cool, building communities. Cheer to that. Yeah, we're pretty tight community. I've been so decently surprised. I say this all the time, or I used to say it a lot, that I felt like I was going to talk to an empty room for a long time. And I'd already told myself that's what it was probably going to be. And I just already committed to myself that I was going to just keep talking to that empty room until people showed up. And it happened way faster than I thought. I don't even know if I ever really talked to an empty room. There's been some slow chats, some slow and low engagement some days back when I first started, but there was always at least a couple people that come through and ask a few questions. $1.63 on a random spin. Oh wait, it wasn't a random spin. I take that back. That's pretty good. Blues had to jump out, and not the same as Canada. They trying to roll out the digital ID next year here. Oof, that's terrible. Crypto is not restricted yet, but Australia has recently banned under 16 from social media. I saw that, Garden Warrior. I'll probably still be working till 11 p.m. I believe you're in Pennsylvania, right? So 11 p.m. my time. Then it will take about an hour to get home, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah, it's fine with me. I don't know how that is for everybody else. You have to have a plan B if you want to live here, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, own property somewhere else, right? Not at my watch, underground. Not empty. Yeah, not on my watch. Yeah, exactly. And then I got amazing people like Blues Guy, Orhan, Prime Minister of Japan, Melissa. The list goes on and on and on. Bankroll, that one guy. He was in here earlier. I don't know where he went, but he was in here earlier. Let's turn turbo back on, right? And I kind of turn turbo on and off in sets of 10 because that's what the spin is. All right, third base is loaded. Second base is loaded. First base is loaded, $1.28. That's super helpful to the cause here. And, oof. All right. Can we get one? Can we get one in that fourth column? Oh, we're not going to get the opportunity here. 84 mixed with a dollar mix. Okay, so we hit over a full spin. So underground, keep working on your dreams, keep building your confidence, and be yourself with a little bit of entertainment. You got it. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I got to have an awesome experience yesterday, picking the lifer up from Miami and driving him back and getting to talk with him. Really definitely, not that I really feel like I was lacking motivation, but it definitely amps you up and gets you on another level to stay committed, right? I don't really feel like I was falling off, but it definitely keeps you from falling off, right? Wow, on this turbo, it's been a lot better. And yeah, it's happening because we're going there, If we build this thing out of sheer repetition, then that's what we'll do. as soon as I can get monetized and stuff, I'm gonna commit to the everyday stream. That's what I've been planning. Right now, I have another business. You know, I over this whole process, I've had several different businesses, but I really just have the two now, this and another business. Wow, on Turbo, we are slapping so much more. Fill that third column. That's what I want to see. That's wisdom from TM. Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate the, the motivation, man. That's awesome. When people like you come through the stream and you talk like that and stuff, man, it really makes me happy to have you come through, but also very hopeful that you stick around and be a part of the community. And of course, that the community is something that you would want to stick around for, right? That's what we aim for. But I very much enjoyed having you here today, sir. Oh man, we got a base is full and we got 72 cents. That wasn't that good. So at first it always seems like I'll throw turbo on, it'll start hitting. Yep, you know what Sammy says, no days off. Certainly no days off. And just some days I gotta work the other business. Some days I got 100 or something packages or more that gotta get shipped out. You know what I mean? The other business does pretty well. It's a resale business, a thrifting business. I even have another channel for it that it's mostly my wife's channel, and she hasn't had the time to put in it, so we haven't been pushing the channel or anything, although we're about to kick it back up, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I might start doing a live stream over there as well. But anyways, as soon as we get monetized, I can bring in a little something on this. Definitely a labor of love right now. It'll be no days off and a lot more videos coming out. One thing with the turbo, you watch that money go down much faster. Can't wait until you get monetized. Thank you, Melissa. Absolutely. It's going to happen. We're really not that far away. The lives are definitely something that seem to help a lot with getting monetized. Said I enjoy every single stream, monetized or not, but I know the monetized means a lot. Underground dedication of your hard work, all these long hours in stream, fun times, man. Exactly. And it just, I'm not weak or weary at all. I enjoy what I do too much, but it will make it a lot sweeter and easier to dedicate more time to. We will keep coming back underground, and thanks, Blue Sky. Awesome, man. I love that. Man, they're cooking us here, but this is like I said, they seem to cook you really hard after a win, and they just keep you in a range, right? Where you just keep running up, and so when you finally break out of a range, because it's very algorithmic, I feel like the game keeps you in a range for a while, and you rather stay in that range until they drain you, or you see yourself kind of break and go into the next range, right? So you're super consistent, bro, and that's how you will get the channel moving. Thank you very much, Garden Warrior. And Garden Warrior, I had asked, but I realized now that you weren't here. What is your favorite thing you got going on in the garden right now? I've had a garden. There's always something you planted the other day or something that's coming up for sure. I wanted to ask you what you got going on that you're excited about here recently. At TM, and we'll be here with you, buddy. Underground is awesome indeed. Thanks, man. I really appreciate everybody saying kind things and motivating. You supporting Underground is what makes community grow and makes it more engaging for the viewers. He's got so much IQ in crypto. Well, thank you very much. I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure this stuff out, and then I realized that I was figuring stuff out, but I was just didn't have anybody to talk with. I think most people realize when you get into crypto and you start to really enjoy it that people around you don't some of them don't want to talk about it, right? Because they have a stigma. A lot of them just don't know anything. It is what it is, right? They just don't really know anything about crypto, and so therefore they might want to kind of chat with you, but they just got nothing, and it's okay. 46 cents. Yeah, we're cooking. We're back to under where we were the last time. Got 11 bucks to go here. It's $2 a set of 10. Oh, can we get the big one? We did it. No way. See what I tell you? They run you down. They range you. We need a good run here. I've had great Troy spin wins, and I've had horrible Troy spin wins, which is kind of unfair because, like, you know, the Troy spins, it's so hard to hit, and then, like, you have a bad one. It really brings you down a little bit. Oh, see, and I hit a Troy spin, so I got another spin. We're up to $5. It's not crazy. Oh, but they didn't put one. Ooh, $14. They didn't load that one bar up. I thought we were cooked, but there you go. Another $4. See, we're up to 19. We got one more spin. I'll read the chat in just a second, and we're bases loaded. And we got another Troy spin, which gives us another spin. Let's go, and we got another Troy spin. Wow, that was fun. We got like 4 extra spins or 3 extra spins, and now we're up to $32. Look at that, guys. I told you they'll run you down. Now, see, in my opinion, we just broke a range, so now we should be into the next range. Being in crypto is not for the faint of heart. Exactly. And you can see what they do to the market. They're not gonna let the people who just hopped in with very little conviction, time put in, understanding, like, they're gonna get scared. They're gonna leave, and that's probably when they're gonna run it up. Awesome Garden Warrior actually finally got back to me here. He says corn has been the focus this week. Sweet corn getting seeded, planted out. Also, watermelons are getting warmer. It's getting warmer. Watermelons are getting warmer. Here, once it gets over 20 degrees Celsius, we good to go. Nice. Yeah, I used to always grow corn, but the ants and everything would get in it. I could never, like, get a nice ear of corn to eat. And he says, I swear I was about to say watermelon, best fruit on the planet. It's funny you guys say that, because every year when the watermelon starts running, man, I fast on watermelon for, you know, in my past, sometimes weeks. You know, I've ate nothing when I was broke as a young teenager. I'd eat nothing but watermelon for a month, and I never regretted it either. Strawberries are going crazy, so I have a lot of strawberry smoothies. That's awesome, man. Nothing like eating what you grew. Love watermelon, bro. Yeah, I love watermelon. I love to throw it in the fridge, get it like nice and cold. You come in from outside, maybe you're mowing the lawn or doing some yard work, you're out in the garden, and then you just have that super cold watermelon. Oh man, nothing slaps like that. Well, we ran up to $34, guys. We are cooking, and at about $44, we could cash out here. Now, tomorrow, I'm actually going to deploy some capital live on stream. Probably about $200. I don't know if I'll buy. Oh wow, that was a nice hit. I don't know if I'll buy 200 or if we'll kind of DCA into some things. Yeah, I got a few things there. Ooh, look at this. Base is loaded. We got 3 wilds on base 2 and 2 in the front, like, and we got a connector in column 3. All right, let's see. Come on, blue ladies. No, it was $1.32, but hey, we're higher than we've ever been here. If we can get over like $45, like, we can cash out. We just made some pizza with pineapples and veggies. That sounds delicious. You have like a pizza oven or something like that? I love when people have like an outdoor pizza oven. You go over to their house and like hang out and then just and make pizzas. That I had a friend who would always do that. It was so much fun. Says, bro, watermelon, nothing will hydrate you more. Exactly. H3O2, it's amazing. It's the Mother Earth bottle of water, right? Just have like mini watermelons you carry around with you. Watermelon smoothie is nice too, bro. Just blend the watermelon up, so good. Maybe a little cucumber as well. Yeah, and those watermelon seeds are high in a lot of things like magnesium and zinc. Good stuff. Eat some watermelon, then soon enough run into the bath. It hydrates you, gets that stuff out of you. And butter, of course, gotta have butter on pizza. Yo, Blues Guy is all about that butter, and I'm with you, man. I put butter on everything. Maybe not as much as you do, but when I put butter on stuff too, I put a lot of butter. I'm not scared of that butter. Good to see you winning. Keep up the streak. Keep going. Yeah, absolutely. We got up to $35. If we can get up to like, you know, 50 bucks or something, 44 bucks or something, you know, when we're done, probably going to cash it out and put it in some crypto and see what happens. Maybe 2 months from now, we'll be talking about how that turned into, and we'll keep track of it too, right? We'll buy something real specific. Like I'll buy some Clanker. I really want to hit some Clanker. I'm with you on that. Absolutely. Cucumber is the most water-contained fruit on Earth. Interesting. So more than watermelon. That's hard to believe. Very hard to believe that cucumber would have more water than watermelon, but maybe it just has less plant fiber in it. Okay, pizza time. What kind of pizza does everybody prefer? I like cheese pizza. I like a lot of different kinds of pizza. I know a lot of people have like that. I think a lot of people are too black and white. They're like, this is pizza that I like and all other pizza sucks. Or it could be anything. It could be a drink. It could be anything, right? I enjoy, a lot of my style is I enjoy a lot of things. But I mean, I like a good deep dish pizza, you know? And I also really love a nice thin pizza with like maybe Parmesan and like a white sauce. I do love like a white sauce pizza. You know, I'm a lot of times not the biggest fan of like tomato-based pizza sauces. I've worked in kitchens too long. If you don't cut the acid in a pizza sauce, or a tomato sauce, I should say, but pizza sauce or whatever, if you don't know how to cut the acid in it, it's not as good. You know, if you're making tomato sauce and you take eggs and you drop them in, don't crack them or anything like that, whole, like you were hard boiling eggs and water, but in your tomato sauce, and you leave them in there, and when you're done and you're ready to eat, right, pull them out, throw them away. They will soak up all the acid in your sauce, and you will have a great tomato sauce. It doesn't give people a bunch of heartburn and stuff like that. There's a little culinary trick. See, I just raised your culinary IQ, right? I worked in kitchens way too many years, and my dad was a chef my whole life. So I'm with you on that. I'm Peru. I'm a fruitarian. Can't do that here in New Zealand, as we don't grow much here in the winter. Yeah, and I've done the fruitarian thing myself. Was vegetarian for a lot of years, 10 years of my life. Butter, healthy fats, cholesterol, brain and cell and nerves. Love it. Underground, that exactly why. Fiber. Yep, makes a lot of sense. Get some Solana. It's been staying steady and seems good. Solana is definitely my radar. I have some Solana. I wouldn't mind, I guess, buying some more, but we're going to be playing with like, you know, 40, 50 bucks. Maybe on the 200 or so that I'm DCAing. I just have some Solana, and I'm not really excited to buy some more Solana, I guess, even if it's probably a good range. And if you haven't seen, we've been over Gnosis and Clanker and stuff. If you haven't seen their market cap, TM Hustlin', how well do you know your tokenomics? Do you understand tokenomics pretty well? If you understand tokenomics, you'd understand that like Gnosis and Clanker, they have really great tokenomics on them. And so they could boom. Gnosis is an older project, maybe not. I think it has like a million, or no, it has like 3 million max supply, and it's not even 100% vested. So when it comes to projects like that, it doesn't take much for them to run. But Clanker is something like that too. I don't have it up. I know it's super small, but I don't know the exact numbers of it. All right, are we slowing down on this turbo? Let's run one non-turbo spin. And you see how different it feels when you don't have turbo? Troy spin, Troy spin, Troy spin. No way. No way. Out of here. Look at that. Man, we're having a great time. I love doing this so much. OMG, I love it, of course, bro. Yes, you have. There are too many tokens. I can't keep up. Sorry, Underground. It's all good, man. That's what this channel is here for. That is so what this channel is here for, guy. That's what I'm trying to do, because it is very hard to keep up with everything. And a big point of what I was trying to do when I came up with the idea of this channel is that people would kind of naturally have the things they're into, and collectively in the Discord and stuff and on the stream, kind of like Sam does a lot, like people would come in and kind of give what they're looking at, things that they're quote unquote expertising in or something, and then we can kind of really build off of each other, right? Because none of us have the time to research every single thing. It's just never going to happen like that. Unless you're like an AI bot. This Troy spin has been really weird. So I was like, it's like it is hitting, but it's not hitting. Like, it keeps giving us more spins, but the more spins we're not hitting anything. Load them bases. Okay, this will be something if we could hit a decent one. And another Troy spin. Love that. So we get another spin. I don't know how many spins we've gotten so far. Okay, load them base. I need to see, like, a lot of times at least those first 3 bases loaded. So we're up to $7 now. We're going to end up being higher than we ever been. All bases loaded. Come on, put a blue lady. No blue lady, but we got another Troy spin. This has been cooking. This has been cooking. Sorry, I zone out on the chat just a little bit when we start really cooking. Yo, that's a good one. All we need to... Oh, could have been really good if we would have hit like a soldier or a lady or one of the bigger things. Okay, so we're going to hit them 10s. Amongst other things. Okay, first 3 bases loaded. All bases loaded. Come on, blue lady. No way. That was $10 right there. You got to remember, guys, we're playing 20-cent spins. Like, that is phenomenal. And we're cooking. I'm pretty sure we could cash out now. I'm pretty sure we could cash out at this point. Main. And we got another little $1.90. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, we're there. We can cash out, guys. And so, a lot of people don't believe me because we play this and we don't do this every day where we get this far. But trust me, guys. Like, you can use the free $1 a day. Apparently not in Canada. And you can actually... take that, and then I'm gonna go put this in crypto right in front of you guys, right? Says I see people enjoy watching the games, maybe some poker and some card games, the spinning games with the red black wheel. Take the win. Yeah, absolutely. Pay the trader. You gotta pay the trader. And I'm gonna leave a couple bucks in here, right, so that we can keep going. So we'll take the minimum out. Take like 45 out, and then we'll leave the rest, so we got something to run with. Yeah, there's 2 ways you could do it, right? You could go ahead and take out your 45 or whatever. I gotta pull my I used to be so easy with stake. But then they started, like, I'm pretty sure I can send into Coinbase, but they made it so you can't send to stake from Coinbase. It's kind of wild. I don't know why they did that to us. And I could just take the XRP and stake it in some more Flare, Blues guy. I don't have the chat up right this second. I do apologize. Give me just a moment, guys. I gotta pull that address, right? So receive in XRP, right? Understand. Copy. Then we'll run to Gmail. I will send myself the address. That way. All right, and then we will go. I will have to pull up a new tab, take it off, open up Gmail. This just takes a second. I'll hop back to the chat so I can see what everybody's saying here. Take the win. It's always good to leave with a win. Miss Williams says, have a good night. Peace, guys. Have a good one. Says what underground? I was saying we're taking the win here, right? So I'm getting my contract address and stuff from Coinbase. And we're going to go cash out. And I don't know what you were saying what to. I was saying because I'm cashing out in XRP. One, I'm going to pay like no fees. This is why I tell you like this is crypto, right? And then I'm going to send it to my Coinbase. And I was saying I could even put it in Flare if I wanted to. I think I'm going to buy something with it, right? Buy some Clanker or something like that. I don't know if Clanker is available on Coinbase, right? So it's that 45 to address. And let's see what that memo is, or the tag. You always want to be really careful, guys, that you make sure that you do that tag. So is that the right one? 339719921. Okay, that is the right one. All right, and we're gonna hit redeem. Bang, 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 bang. And I know that it's sent on the XRP network because it had the memo and everything, right? And there we go. Hit that email. And they do have a good verification system because I'm going to have to actually go verify the withdrawal, right? Oh, it's an email code. Okay, whoops. That was dumb. They sent me the code and they want the code. They don't want my email. Bang. All right, done. And it's out. And what do we got left? Still got $8 to cook with. And I will be getting now right back over to the chat. Says, oh yeah, nice. Okay, sweet. And boom, I just seen it hit my Coinbase account, right? So I know you guys can't see this part, but I'm probably gonna go look. Somebody told me Clanker was down quite a bit. What should we get here? Clanker's probably recovered a little bit. I just want to see if Clanker is. Am I missing something here? Yeah, Clanker is the thing. It's called TokenBot. Okay. And you can buy it. So let's just talk about it real quick, right? It's on the base blockchain. I love that. It's 60.5 million in market cap. It only has 1 million max supply, guys. It doesn't even have. I just got to buy some, right? I've been really wanting to buy some. And yeah, for sure. Or wait, I want to go to convert from XRP to ClankerBot. Yep. I'm excited. I really wanted to buy some, and this is free money, guys. In USDT, let's grab $50 worth. Or no, sorry, 40, like $6 worth. So we'll end up with 45. And I'm gonna write this down so I can refer back to it. I'll be back in the chat in just a second, guys. But I want to write this down so that later I won't lose track of it. I have crypto everywhere, so I can easily lose track. So let's see. So we got 0.73 of Clanker. This Clanker is, because it's $61, right? So we got 0.737 Clanker. For $46. And what is today? 11/18/25. Yeah, just write that down, and now I have it, and we're gonna keep an eye on it. So I have a small stake in it, and that thing can go up really fast. Let me get back to the chat. It's weird not being able to see the chat. Says, go with your gut feeling. TM, I like you, man. You smart. Gut feeling indeed. Warrior, I like you too, man. I wish I can have some of your fruits and vegetables from your New Zealand ground. Yeah, exactly. Getting all them good minerals and stuff. And we got a little off track there because I had to get that over. And I am going to go to my assets here. And I'll screenshot it. And I'll post it in the Discord. So if anybody wants to see, I mean, I just told you what happened, but you guys didn't really get to see it. So let's pull up Discord. And I'm going to post it in the Discord. If it'll let me post in my own Discord. I don't know what's going on here. Won't let me hit any buttons. What is going on? I can't post in the main hangout? What is going on? Why would I not be able to post in my own Discord? And I'll keep the ball rolling here too, guys. We'll go ahead and... Oh, wait. We probably have to reload this. Okay. It did it. And who knows? Maybe we'll be pulling another $44 off here in just a moment. So what do I say? We... One second, guys. With it less than a million max supply of tokens, straight free. All right. I promise no more delays, right? And we're back. Let me get back to the chat. Shout out to everybody being here. You a cool dude too. Says cheers. I love the camaraderie. And let's see what else we can do. Let's see what else we can do here. That was a lot of fun. And, you know, I've been saying for a while, like, you got your free dollar and you don't have to run it every day. But... or you're not gonna get that every day, right? But it's house money. Like, how can you be mad? You know, and you know, you can take it, put it in your bank account, and buy you something, a lunch with it. Like, I could buy lunch tomorrow with that if I wanted to. Instead, I'm gonna put it in something that I think could grow. And like I said, I've hit on this game specifically, I've hit $372 before off of free 20-cent spins. So, you know, you just keep it all into perspective, right? Oh, we got something. 44 cents. Can we build it back up? Shout out to everybody who's here right now. I see we dropped off a lot. Maybe people felt like we were done. Hopefully they come back. I really hope they come back. Blues Guy, you're still here with me, right? If it gets late on you, Blues Guy, don't feel like you're held here. Oh, base is loaded. Base is loaded. Is tonight the night? Is tonight the night where we hit the big one? Oh snap! A little 20 cent. Wow, these bases are loading up fast. Oh wow! I hope they keep that same energy with those blue ladies. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, no blue ladies, but $1.68. That pays, you know, with that and the other spin we had just got during it. because it's $2 for 10, right? So through the course of the whole 9 and then the final one, if you get more than $2, you get to keep playing. And at this point, like, we paid the trader. I'm making that joke. Obviously, we're not trading, but we paid the trader, and you know, and now we really can't lose. All right, we just need to load that third column. Oh wait, we were already cooked. Ooh, that was $5, and we're off. Now we're at 11 bucks. We're still going. We're still going. TM, are you still in the house? Are you watching this? TM Hustling, if you're still here, where are you from, man? I always love to know where people are. Blues guys from Canada. Garden Warriors from New Zealand. We have people in Thailand. 2 people who come pretty often from Hong Kong. All of that kind of stuff. TM might not be here anymore. We dropped down, it says, to 4 viewers. And one of them is definitely me. Oh, no, he's still here. It says pump it. Sometimes I don't know if I trust the viewer rating that it's giving me. Okay, see, when we start hitting multiple tokens in a run, that helps. That helps a lot. We need that third base. Come on, third base. Oh, they keep just giving it everywhere else. All right, last one. Third column. Man, they loaded all the other columns up. Come on. Oh, man. They left us hanging, and we only got 9 cents. He's from El Salvador. Okay, that's what's up, man. I'm obviously here in America. We hear a lot of interesting things about El Salvador. Are you born and raised in like El Salvador? Or did you move there? Or do you have, you know, other places, like other property somewhere else where you go back and forth? Find a lot of people who are there, rather moved there and kind of sold everything and moved there, or they have property somewhere else. I'll let Blues Guy answer that. He's not from Japan. Oof. Man, we're down to $5, running through quick. TM. Yeah, the Blues Guy speaks 5 languages. He's a language phenomenon over here. Like, all I can speak is English, and I mean, I can understand patois really well. I don't know if it's like based off English, so I don't know if it's exactly considered another language. I can understand it really well. I can only speak it a little bit, you know. It's one of those things where it's like, if you don't speak it, you'd probably be like slightly impressed with it and think that I know what I'm doing. But like, if I was with some really hardcore Jamaican people, which I know quite a few, I can't speak it like they speak it, that's for sure. But I can definitely understand it pretty well. We're running through all of those funds. 72 cents. Let's turn that turbo off. I don't know why. Sometimes it feels like toggling the turbo back and forth helps. This is where you from, underground? I'm in Florida. I'm in America. Florida of the United States. Apparently everybody speaks Spanish but me, though. TM is telling me that he don't speak Spanish? Question mark. No, I'm from Montreal, Canada, but we have a Prime Minister of Japan in the Discord. Yeah, and I'm sure he's the real Prime Minister of Japan for sure. Wow, it's a lot of blue ladies. Are they going to throw us a bone here? Are they going to cook us for that last little bit? We've already won. So we're not hurting. Oh, wow. Are we going to load the bases? It's the last spin. Okay, they didn't load it, but can we get something decent so we can keep playing? Do we get to keep playing or not? 40 cents. Okay, so it takes $2 to play 10 spins, right? 8 cents. Okay. We're super close to being able to finish. Are they going to set us up like last time where we finished on like a loaded screen, but we didn't have enough spins to finish? We just need that second column. Oh, wow. We're loaded. We're loaded. We need like a small hit. We need like a 20-cent hit or something. That way we can get all the way through here. Okay, 2 cents. That gets us up to like 10. We need like 6 more cents to actually be able to get all the way through. Come on, 6 cents. Wow, we're like in the exact same predicament that we started with. Will we get 6 cents? It looks like we might. 8 cents. All right. So make or break here. They love to just bring it all the way down to the wire. Come on, blue lady. Come on, blue lady. $1.52. It's not enough for enough spins. All right, guys. At that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that in the funds, right? So we left $1.52, right? Go up here. Still got $1.52. And if you see the daily bonus, right? The daily bonus is not for another 12 hours. And so we'll add another $1 to that, and we'll come back swinging tomorrow. He says, I was raised in Cali since I was 2 years old. Okay. Hey, we got another guy in here from Cali. That one guy. So let's focus. Let's go. Yeah, so he said good game. I believe he means good game. Or gotta go. It could be gotta go. It could be good game. I don't know which one it is. Thanks for being here either way. If not, we're gonna play a few more games. How long have we been streaming here? Almost 3 hours. Okay, now I see why it wasn't logging in. I hadn't approved it on Soulflare. We'll catch you later. Okay, so he did mean gotta go. I didn't know if you meant good game. All these abbreviations. All right, man. We'll be back at it tomorrow. 8:30 New York time is when I come on. And you're welcome. Always 10 p.m. New York time on the weekends. And come on through. I hope you join that Discord. Love to see you in there. Have a good night. And I'm going to go take a leak real quick. Nobody run off on me. I know it's late, so if you need to, go right ahead. But Blues Guy, I'll look for your answer when I come back, Blues Guy. Do you want to play? He said, I think he's got to go because he said, I'll catch you later. Yeah, it was a great time, man. Thanks for being here, Team Hustling. Blues Guy, do you want to play some Panzer Dog? If you don't have time for it, it's fine. No big deal. But I got to take a leak like a racehorse, right? So I'll be right back. Oh, sweet. You're off tomorrow. All right, I'm back. And I'm here. I'm going to refresh it and shoot you an invite, and let's play. I love that it's so multifaceted, the stream that we do. Like, we go through so much. We'll even invite the Prime Minister of Japan. Glad you're off tomorrow, man. Hope you really soak that up and enjoy it for sure. good. I still have a drink. Just let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna hit that shop and see what we got. Okay, Blue's joined. Whenever you're ready, I will send us on our way. That was so much fun. I'm glad that I finally, I know a lot of people didn't stay for it. It's the end of the stream. But I'm glad I finally got to show you guys that, like, it really does work. It just takes a little. Your risk is next to nothing. And, you know, Blues Guy, that might not be really available for you. At least the $3 a day kind of thing might not be available for you here in Canada where you're at. But there's a lot of other ones. You know, almost all of them have a free amount that they give daily, right? So maybe you could find something else that gives free. If you don't spend your money and you only use the free money, can't really go overboard at that point, right? You can't just go spend all your money. All right, you're ready to go. Let's go. Absolutely. I can't wait for them to integrate this. This is still in beta, right? So this game is a lot of fun. It's still in beta, but it's according to Prime Minister who put us onto this game. Credit to him. You know, it's play to own, not play to earn, right? So all the items are NFTs and you earn them, right? So you could say, man, my shooting is way off, that there is certainly money to be made here. But we're going to probably have like underground crypto tournaments. At least me and Blues Guy going to be in there. So maybe I need a VPN. Yeah, Blues Guy. And VPNs are super easy to get. I mean, I don't know about the whole... can't say I really know anything about how that works in Canada. I just have to assume that it works extremely similar to how it works here in America. But definitely try a VPN. And I think that'll work just fine. And there's nothing wrong with getting a little bit of free crypto. And I've had it happen so many times. I usually go put it in my trading account, right? That's what I usually wind up doing with it. Bang. Oh, wow. Somebody got that other guy. 10 kills. So it's 10 kills or the time runs out. Yeah, I really would be interested to know, Blues Guy. Try that VPN out and tell me how it goes. I really need to get an affiliate link with NordVPN. So let me grab that. I'll get it for you tomorrow. I would probably use Nord. I'm going to have a link for you tomorrow, Blues Guy. Personally, I have one through McAfee because I use it on all my devices, you know. I think in today's world, a lot of times those antiviruses don't do nothing, but John McAfee was a good guy. I don't even know if he owned it up into his death or if somebody else owned it. I don't really know if it was passed to somebody else in the family. Just waiting for you to ready up, Blue Sky. All right, good to go. Cooking with gas. Cooking with gas now. Cooking with gas. Plug this phone in. Man, it's been such a great stream. It's funny. I spent like all day working on stuff, and it's one of those days I spent like all day working on stuff and doing stuff, and I don't feel like I got anything done. But I did. I definitely did. Just doesn't feel like it. It's because I didn't get done what I wanted to get done. I wanted to have set like all my streams for the week, like all nice and set up, and I didn't make it that far. Too many distractions and things that pop up. Oh wow, he got me. He had like a big blast. He had like some kind of super cannon on there or something. Got one. We still winning. We still winning. I don't really love the little... Okay, the laser beam's actually pretty alright. The one that sends out the little like pulses, it's kind of mid, honestly. Doesn't do enough damage. It's not your one-hit knockout kind of thing. They are kind of cooking us here, though. Are they gonna catch up? No. I'm just not getting a whole lot of kills here. Kind of sucks. Playing the backfield too much. I need to be more aggressive, huh? All right, there we go. I got one. Oh, got the other one. Just in time. Shout out to anybody who's coming in. This is our hangout portion of the stream. We went through a lot. So if you came here to raise that crypto IQ, you might want to watch the video from the beginning. We talked about stateless blockchain. And let's see, do I have it up? Let's go. So what is stateless blockchain? A stateless blockchain is a system where nodes do not store the full state. Instead, nodes verify transactions using cryptographic proofs, not stored history. This removes one of the biggest scaling bottlenecks, right? So think of state like storage, right? Why stateful blockchains don't scale? So this is one of the biggest things that keeps a blockchain from being able to scale, right? Right now, every node must download the state, store the state, and also update the state. As the chain grows, the state becomes massive. More state, fewer people can run a node. Less decentralized if less people run a node, right? So then you have like things like Verkle Trees, which is what Ethereum is doing, that allows smaller proofs. And then so therefore you don't have to store, like here where it says download state, store state. You don't have to do all that with a stateless blockchain. And you can think of state again a lot like storage. You don't have to store all the stuff. I did see a few more people popping in, so I wanted to say that. Have fun, guys. I gotta go water the garden later. Hey, have a good one, Garden Warrior. Thank you for being here. We're just hanging out at this point. If people gotta check out, it is totally understandable. Now that I can hold you guys here anyways, right? And I think it's just me and Blue Sky now. I do probably have to put my son to bed here at some point. But I got a couple more games in me if you're down with Blue Sky. Or we can call it at this point. Very much up to you. What is going on the bubble maps? The hour turned a little red there. That I see. All right, he's ready to go. I'm ready to go. And we are off. We're going to be so good at this when they start doing the competitions, Blue Sky. We might actually win some. I don't know. We'll probably have to fight people with crazy NFTs. I do want the dog tag or whatever. I really need to figure out how to get the dog NFT or whatever I need. I think it helps you somehow. I don't know what it does for you. But I gotta say, I've been really enjoying this game. First blood. Oh, second blood. I don't know if second blood is a thing, but I got it. Ooh. Third blood. I'm cooking with these. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. I think I got 4 out of those 5 kills. Love it. Go. Ooh, cooked another one. Or at least I got the final kill. I can't really say I cooked him, huh? I'll take the credit for those kills though. Even if I just kind of came in and gave him the last hit. Wow, I watched my shot go literally right through him. That's crazy. Come on in, the water's fine. Bang. I love using that like barrier to get those wins. 10 kills. Let's see, how many of those 10 kills did I get? I actually had a really good round. So out of 10 kills, I got 6. Nice. And Blue's guy got the other 4, and the other random person didn't get any. Crushed him. That was a good game. Just me and Blue's guy handled that whole thing. We got all the kills. That other guy didn't do nothing. He must be new. Ooh, and I got 1,000. I can go open me a box. How much gears you got? You open in your boxes. That's where you get some good gear. That's where I got my shark tank. Oh, got an ingot. I think we can use those to like make stuff later on. Then you have the Panzer Pass, right? Go to claim rewards. I got 500 scrap. Okay, I'll take it. And then when you go to rewards down here at the Panzer Pass, you can go to premium, click upgrade, and that's where it says hold a dog NFT. And it just says I don't hold one, but I don't know where to get one. I have a feeling that their Discord will tell me where to hold it. I'm pretty sure I already actually am in their Discord. Yeah, I am. I am already in their Discord. But I gotta verify. Alright, let me get back. Verify. Right click the server's icon. Right click on the server icon. Click privacy settings. Turn off direct message. Click done. Click on continue. There we go. Should be verified now. I think you have to upgrade to premium. No, I'm pretty sure that he said. I'm pretty sure that Prime Minister said if you hold a dog NFT or a dog, NFT, that you get premium, right? Interaction failed. So click on DMs turned off. Click more info for additional information. I did it. I did the thing that it told me to do. Privacy settings. Direct messages turned off. Share my activity. Activity joining. Hit done. We hit done. And then it says continue. I'm like, don't be failing me. More info. What is going on here? Both of them failed. Alright, nice. That didn't tend to work at all. You ready for another one? If not, no worries. Take your time, take your time. I guess I'll sell more sugar to the neighbors. This game moves so slow once you get in. It's like an idle game, man. It just takes forever. Forever. All right, Blue Sky is ready. Man, what's going on? Did we already crush them? We don't even have a kill yet. Are they crushing us? What's going on? How are there still no kills? Alright, first blood. I got one. I got one. I got one. I got another one. I'm up to 2. See if I can keep count. Let's go. Man, I really messed that one up. Oh, he came in with a rocket? Cooked him. Oof, somebody's gonna take that one. I don't know if I got that one or not. Oh, so close to getting another kill. I think Blue's guy, might have took the cake on this one. Yep, Blue's guy got 6, I got 4. We rotated on that one. He said, bro. Right, we definitely rotated on that one. $10-0, exactly. We cooked them. They weren't doing so hot, were they? With that ready up. Oh, I got enough for another drop. Let's open another chest. Let's open another chest. An ice cream card color. Okay. Okay. Hopefully those are things I can just like sell later. And let's roll. Hey, I got that shark out of like a basic chest. I don't know if it has more armor, if it's faster. I think it's a little faster. I don't know really what it gives me. I just know it looks cooler, and it's rare, so it's got to be better, right? That's video game logic for you. If it's rare, it's got to be better than the other stuff. Usually works out. What do we got? Got him. Picked up that laser beam too. Wow, cooked him. It's 0 to 5. Look alive. It's 0 to 5. Oof, back up, Blues guy. You need some health. Bang. I just gotta stay out of this guy's reach. Oh, cooked him. He should be embarrassed about that one for sure. Bing. Bing. Oh, wow. I hit him and it didn't even do anything. That's wild. Oof. Somebody took my kill. It happens. Bing. Alright, they did get some kills on us, right? We're not going to shut them out this time. Man, he walked right into it. Got him. Oh, one more hit. Bang. He out. And we win 10 to 2. 10 to 2. See how we did. Can't wait for them to have the competitions on that. It's going to be pretty dope. 4 to 4. We were even, and the other guy grabbed 2. At least he helped out. And I leveled up to 17 and got 200 scrap. Let's see, let's see. Only got 600 though. I don't have enough to buy. I don't have enough to buy another one. The matches do go pretty fast, which is cool. It allows you to really play a few matches. Take that money, selling that sugar to the neighbors on Gala Games. Okay, he's level 16, so I'm only one level higher. I mean, I only play it when I'm playing on stream, which is usually always with you. So we're probably going to stay about the same level. Annoyed, I went to the Discord and the Panzer Discord, and it wouldn't let me verify. I did what they said, and then you hit like continue. They're having some kind of issue with their bot or something. They must be. It did definitely not let me verify there. First blood. Play my cards right. I think I might have got both of those kills. Here, I'll clear some space for you. Nice. Good teamwork. I hit him twice, and then you hit him with the laser. That was great teamwork. Oh, snap. Cook that guy. Wow. Igma, go get you some health. Of course, you can't hear me. A voice chat function on here would be kind of cool. I don't know how you do that, but... Nah, well, that works with, like, blockchain. He's getting the better of me here. He's got... So he actually has less health than me. Why can I not hit this person? It's crazy. Alright, I hit him. Hit him again. Hit him again. Hit the health. Hit him again. Hit him again. Got him. That was a real fair fight. Oh, sorry, Igma. I shouldn't have hit that. I stole the health right out from under him. I'm at like 800 and something. He's at like 52. I'm just like, steal it. Bang. Bang. Oh, that should have counted. Blues guy, hit that health. Get that health. Oh, I was one hit away. Quail is almost out of here. It's 8-0 though. 8-0. Shout out to anybody who's rolling in. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Show. Bam. I'm not getting the bonus anymore either. Oh, he's already readied up. That was fast. That was fast. You know, we've never gone back to Keke Space. I'm gonna have to shout out Keke Space. My favorite is that flamethrower. It's about time. Oh wow, you can't destroy the brick with the flamethrower? What? You can have one too. Everybody can get one. Here, have you have a shot. Oh, I want that flamethrower. I want that flamethrower. Wow, and he didn't grab the flamethrower? What is wrong with him? Wow, you gotta be kidding me. I'm like, I can see the tank getting hit with the fire, and it's doing no damage. Like, what's up with that? Oh my goodness. Absolutely cooking myself. Bang, 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 bang. Oh man, he's got like no health left. Get back here. Even if you grab that health, I'm still cooking you. You're still getting it. Wow, dude, that guy getting so lucky. It's like pissing me off. Die. Oh, got another one. He's right there. He's watching you. Oh, he got the flamethrower. What? I was just about to get another double kill. Hey, if you're just rolling in here, welcome to the Underground Show. Drop something in the comment. Let us know you're here. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Anybody who loves crypto. We went over all that was trending today. Talked about that. Did some crypto IQ raising. Talked about stateless blockchain. Do you know what that means? Do you know the difference between a atomic swap and a bridge? Do you know what a modular blockchain is? What is your crypto IQ looking at? The tokens in your portfolio. Do you know what they are? Do you know what they do? You will certainly raise your crypto IQ. This is the end of the stream where we are hanging out and doing our GameFi. We're still DeFi. These are all DeFi games that we're playing. And we're just practicing because they say later down the line, this game's still in beta. It's a lot of fun. They say later down the line, this PanzerDogs, that's play.panzerdogs.io, is going to have competitions where we can win and stuff. Oh, look at that. Blues guy, he's changing his tank on me. Nice. So if you love cryptocurrency, smash that like button. We also got our free dollar. If you see my cursor on the screen, you'll see what I'm highlighting. Got our free dollar over there. And we ran our free dollar all the way up to $50. We cashed out 45 in XRP, of course, on the XRP chain. Still crypto, still DeFi. And we went and bought some Clanker with it. Do you know about Clanker? I think Clanker is the ticker. It's actually called bot something. Anyways, you could just type in Clanker in CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Crypto Rank, anywhere. And you will see that Clanker has 1 million max supply and even less in the circulating supply. So it's pretty nice. When it comes to tokenomics, do you know your tokenomics? Talking to anybody who's newly coming through here. Maybe you know about crypto, maybe you don't. Yeah, whoever we're playing with, Blues Guy, they're good. They have really good gear, really good equipment. They got these big shields and stuff. It's crazy. Man, I'm probably gonna get cooked. I got 2 of them in here. I don't know where my team's at. Oh no. You're not getting away from me that easy. Don't steal my kill. Alright, give me that. Give me that. Alright, healthed up. Bang, I got another one. Yo, these guys are hard to kill, though. They're not easy to kill. He says he's lagging. That sucks. Wow. Got that kill right as it ended. So cool. And if you're watching this, I'm going to tell you what our stream is going to be about tomorrow. I'm hoping to be a little more ahead of the schedule every day here. And therefore, I'll be able to tell you what tomorrow's stream is. And let's see, tomorrow's stream. Sorry, I gotta play this game. I'll tell you what tomorrow's stream is gonna be at right after these brief commercials. And by commercials, I mean DeFi games. Oop, first blood. Didn't even take any damage. Got 2 kills. What you working on over there, Blues Guy? Starting to get the hang of this shooting thing. Bang. Bang. Crushing them. I hope we like have the same level of people in the competitions here, because we'll be cooking them if that's the case. Dang, take that is right. Oof. Got another one. Oh, that was 10. Run them down. Run them down. Wow, I got 8 kills. 8 kills. That was a good one. See how many scrap they want to give me for that. Only 394. I guess my bonuses are up, huh? They only give you bonuses on the first couple. Well, we can open another box, so let's do it. 1,000 scrap. Nice, UG. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Starting to really get the hang. The lag in, not like the lag in the game, but like the shooting. The shooting, it takes a minute to like really dial it in. It is kind of difficult. I like what they did. I like what they did with the shooting, because it's such a simple game, right? If they would have just made it point and click, like automatic hit, like game would just be, you'd just be dying every couple of seconds and stuff like that. But you got to really time your shots, and you only get 3 shots, so you can't just spam unless you hit one of the, you know, one of the fancy weapons that you get for a very short, limited amount of time. It's overpowered, but you only get it for a limited amount of time, right? So with that being said, you know, you really have to time your shots. There's like a lag to your shots. Ooh, that's my favorite thing right there. Let's get it. First blood. Man, I keep touching my, like, mouse pad with my palm and messing up my shots. Sweet, gotcha. Oof, I don't know who got credit for that kill. Bang, got another one. 5-2, 5-2. Don't know who got credit for that one. Oh, my favorite gun on the market. Bang. One more kill, everybody. Record, yeah. I think that might be a record for me. 8 kills. I mean, how much more can you get? 9? 6, 2, and 1. I was cooking pretty hard on that. I like the machine gun. I like the flamethrower. Those are kind of like my 2 favorite guns. They're like the laser cannon is okay. It's just like you hit them and it seems like it doesn't hit them. Like it looks like it has way longer reach than it really does. Like it looks like it reaches out really far, but like they got to be like in the middle of that laser. Like it can't be at the end of that laser. It won't hit them. Does the same thing with the flamethrower too. Very like they look like they're longer range weapons and they're not. They're like close range weapons. But what a magnificent stream that we've had today. It's hitting midnight where I'm at. This is going to be my last match. I do have to get my son to bed. And he won't go to bed without me pretty much. So it says I'm lagging so hard. Dang, I wonder why you're lagging so hard. goodness. I love when they come with like all the fancy guns and I still just be cooking them. The timing is hard to get down on this. It is a little bit. They have the flamethrower over there. I want their flamethrower move. Bang. Got him. Get some. I got you. Oh my goodness. Whoa. I just lagged out really hard. I like moved all the way across the map. The crazy part is I wasn't even hitting any buttons. Yo, he is fast, my guy. Super fast. Bang. Alright, I got 2. Got him 2. Hit that health. Re-up a little bit. Bang. Got another one. Who will get that last kill? Oh, it's over. I wasn't even lagging. I just all of a sudden jumped across the map. That was kind of wild. Alright, man. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. You seem like you're lagging out anyways. Sorry that's happening. Maybe if we were going to keep playing, I'd tell you to like hop off and jump back on or something, you know. But I got to get off. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 38 minutes. Almost should just make it 4 hours, right? But I'm not going to do that because I know I need to get my son to bed. Trying to get him on a better schedule here. Good games. Yeah, man, that was so much fun. It was a good time. Thanks for always being here, Blues Guy. It's pretty much just me and you chilling and maybe another person or two at this point. We just practice him for those competitions we're going to be hitting. Everybody have a good night. It was super dope. There is a link to the Discord in the description. It's also in the pinned chat. And there is a link to this in the description as well if you want to do what we did today. And that is take that, you know, free house money, turn it into money, and then we turned it into crypto. And we're going to see how that plays out. Join the Discord. If you're watching this later, join the Discord and come through and tell us what you're into in crypto. Like, share, subscribe, smash the save button, send it to somebody who you know loves cryptocurrency, and come to the channel for the next stream. So tomorrow's stream is going to be about block space markets. Block space market. What is block space? You might be asking yourself. Well, if you want to know what block space is, if you want to raise that crypto IQ, come to the stream tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. New York time, weekends, 10 p.m. New York time. And if you want to know if we're doing a stream on the weekends, you'd find out in the Discord. So everybody have a good night. And stay underground, stay crypto, stay looking for the next big thing. We certainly will. And Crypto Ron out.